Yeah, so we're recording now. Why don't
Uh,
you introduce yourself?
yeah, I'm John Sideratis, and actually, my brother. I want to give a shout out to my brother. He can't make it here. He's working. The other half of Beard Brothers.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, and we own it together.
Sweet.
Started it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Why don't you before we get into some crazy questions, let's get some background on Beard Brothers. When did you start Beard Brothers?
Um. Actually, I started in the middle of December of 2019.
Cool.
Came up with the concept a little bit before that. Always had it
Hmm.
lingering in the background, thinking about it all the time, and just basically you know, just went for it. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? I always thought about starting a beer company. The hardest part is just doing it,
For sure.
So yeah, I just kicked it around in the mind for a little bit, brought it up to my brother. He
Hmm.
was down with the whole operation, and you know what? So we just made it happen.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
What was the first product that Beard Brothers released?
Um, the bomb, definitely the conditioning bomb.
Cool.
Yeah,
Solid.
yeah. That
What's
was
that?
that
Sorry, go
was a
ahead.
work in progress too.
Yeah.
That was a lot of trial and error and
Yeah,
figuring
for
out the
sure.
sense. It's not easy. Like I thought it was gonna be super easy, like oh just throw some sense together. Nah,
Yeah,
it's
no.
way more complex than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, every owner I've talked to has said that. Like it's like you go in like expecting it to be like pretty straightforward, but then there's
Of
always
course.
always more going on.
Yeah, dude. I was driving my wife crazy. I was like, smell this, smell this. It was to the point we like had to take a break because we couldn't keep smelling the same thing over and over.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. So yeah, and like I said, I thought that was gonna be the easiest thing, and
Yeah,
then that and the consistency
for
of the
sure.
product. That's a hard one to get down too. So we
Yeah.
did a lot of months of just trial and error. I probably made 100 or even more of just
Wow.
making the bomb, testing it out. Oh,
Yeah,
it's too
totally.
thick, it's too much wax, the whole
Yeah,
nine. So yeah,
totally. Yeah.
yeah,
I feel like beard products is one of those things. It's just like the more that I learn and the more that I research, it's just so much like fiddling with stuff and like adjusting ingredients and like the
for
amount of the
sure.
ingredients. Like, yeah, it's definitely pretty cool.
Yeah.
What made you want to start growing a beard?
Well, funny little story. I always had facial hair, even in like sixth grade. I always had like a little mustache. I'm Italian and
Yeah,
Greek, so I was basically born with a
yeah,
mustache. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I always had facial hair back in the early, like late 90s, early 2000s. I had the little chin strap, that
yeah,
was in style and stuff. But probably
yeah.
once I hit like maybe 20 years old, 21 years old, I just started wearing a full beard because shaving every day hurt,
Facts.
like my facial hair is super thick and coarse. So
Yeah,
shaving it was like torture, you know what
for
I mean?
sure.
So
Totally.
I just decided to grow it out. I always kept it like on a clipper, like a number one or number two,
Yeah.
super short, and then I'm like, I would always grow it out and then trim it. And then for the last couple of years, I just grew it out longer
Yep.
and then just stayed with it ever since. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Growing a beard out is definitely more fun than shaving every day. Like,
Yeah. No, I couldn't. I don't know how people do it every
no,
day. I mean, maybe your face gets used to it, but mine never did,
no.
especially on the neck area.
Oh, totally.
Oh,
The
man.
neck is so touchy. Like, you got to be so careful with it.
Yeah, it was bad.
Like getting the cheeks too. Like, yeah, no, I would rather just keep a beard going. So much,
Yeah.
and it's more spending money is more fun because you're buying like cool beard products and like
Yeah,
combs
dude,
and such. But like
definitely. Yeah,
if you're
man.
shaving, you're like razors and shaving cream. Like that's no
Yeah, I
fun.
guess. Yeah, nah, I think the beard products and getting into that line, I think
Hmm.
it's like it's fun. It's like almost like a hobby, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just want to collect it all.
Yep. Yeah. What's your favorite scent that Beard Brothers makes?
Right now, obviously I love all of
Of
them.
course.
Right? But
Yeah.
what right now I've been using our orange cedarwood
Mm.
just
Mm-hmm.
because it's to me that's like my every you could go to that every single day. It's
Cool.
just a fresh, light, refreshing scent
Yeah.
in a sense. But now that it's getting close, obviously it's like fall, almost winter. The
Mm-hmm.
new one that we just put out, the sweet tobacco, that's
Yeah.
like a real winter. I'm from New York, so
Yeah.
when we get winters here and fall, it's like you live it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So, but at the moment right now, yeah, I'm using the orange cedarwood.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
cool. Yeah. I've
yep.
heard. yeah, like I've heard great things about it, like from my buddy Joey. Like he said he loved them all, and like
Yeah.
I decided
Redbeard, Joey Redbeard.
that's right. Yep, that's my guy. That's
Yeah,
the
shout
homie.
out to Joey.
Yep,
That's the man.
yep, yeah. I was talking to
Yeah,
him yesterday, and was like filling him in on like the thumbnail that I designed for this video, and like
yeah,
was talking
sick,
to him about
dude.
it. Yeah,
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 hell yeah, you killed it, man. Definitely.
yeah. That thumbnail, which people will see when they're watching this, but like that thumbnail took me. I was probably working on it for, I've got to say, at least like 15-20 minutes.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah,
I can respect because I do everything you see on my Instagram page, unless it's somebody else's picture, like if we feature them. But any product picture that you see on our site, I sit down, I take the time, I display each item, I buy the backdrops, I do everything, man.
yeah,
So it's I can respect it's a lot of time, man. It's a lot of taking pictures. No, this isn't right, move this over, get it right. So
totally.
when you say you take the time to make that thumbnail, I can definitely vouch for that.
Yeah. So for everybody watching, this is Beard Brothers Instagram page. Give them a
Nice.
look. Lots of cool content. We were
Cool.
talking about Joey earlier. Where's he? There he is.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's his review. Like
nice.
when he did that review, I was blown away by how good it was. Like,
Dude, he killed it.
yeah, and like just like
Crushed it.
like he mentioned, he just filmed it like on his phone. But like the lighting is great, the sound is solid. Like it's impressive. Like that's a crazy thing about like smartphones these days. Like
Oh yeah, man. You can do
incredible
everything.
cameras.
Yeah. Everything you see, I take pictures with my phone. That's all my phone. I don't have a fancy camera and all these crazy lenses. Nah, dude, I got an iPhone 11 Pro and I just go to town with that thing.
Yeah, it's a great piece of kit for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Nice, you got a Snoop Dogg record back there, I see.
Yeah, that's right.
Sweet. I had that poster as a kid growing up.
Nice. Yeah, I got that as a birthday gift from one of my buddies. Yeah, but
That's sick.
I've always been a big fan of Snoop, and I actually saw him in concert
That's
last May. He performed in this like little middle of nowhere town in like the province where I live, like in this small town called Huntsville, and I happened to be like working in Huntsville in between graduating grade 12 and like taking a year off for before college, and they announced that he was going to be performing, so I bought a ticket. It was like $100, and I was like probably 10 feet from the stage, 10, 12 feet.
Wow.
Like super close. Like
$100 to see Snoop. That's not bad, man.
Yeah. And it was like a little small venue, so it was like all nice, like close together, like
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, totally.
I only seen Jay-Z, believe it or not, in concert. Yeah, that was cool. I did it at like Foxwoods in Connecticut.
Okay.
Small arena, great seats, but my mission is to see Nas one time. Yeah, before he like retires or something. That's my favorite. So that's like a mission of mine, man.
For
sure. Get to one of them concerts. I've been slacking, but I'll make it happen.
Yeah, it's hard. Like I can't wait till like everything is back to normal and like concerts are happening again. Like, because like back in February, I went to a concert in Toronto. I saw Post Malone perform in like a big, huge arena in Toronto, and it was like
that's sick.
Like 16, 17,000 people there, like packed right out, big stage. Like
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun.
That's sick. Yeah, man.
Let's hold on. What are some of your favorite things to do in your free time?
Well, I like to go fishing.
Cool.
I live by the water, so my wife and my son, we take a walk down there basically almost every day. I got a little fishing pole I bring with me.
Nice.
Don't really catch much, but it's fun to do.
Totally.
Used to like riding dirt bikes.
Cool.
And then that fizzled out when I got a car. I still love it. I wish I could do it.
Yeah, totally.
And then just shooting.
Yeah. Cool.
Shooting guns, going to the shooting range.
Nice.
That's like my main thing right there, man. It's a lot of fun. I got a group of guys we go with, hang out, get breakfast, go shooting, spend the day.
Yeah.
Smoke some cigars, hang out,
totally.
Hell
That's
yeah,
awesome.
dude.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
super
that's my
fun.
favorite, bro. Yeah,
Cool.
definitely.
Solid.
Built a couple.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually built a couple too, man.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, learned how to build them. So
Nice.
yeah, dude. Yeah, that's so yeah, I dove pretty deep into it. You
Yeah,
know,
totally. Yeah, that's super cool. How long have you lived in New York?
my whole life,
Solid.
whole life, whole life. Didn't even move out of the town. I was born in a town.
Yeah,
It's called Flanders.
cool.
Uh, Basically moved out of my parents' house, bought my grandmother's house, which I'm in now, and
Nice.
it's literally like a minute down the road. So I
That's
never
awesome.
left, dude. My wife
Totally.
makes fun of me all the time. She's like, "Yeah, you need to get out." I'm like, "Nah, man, this is hometown right here.
Totally.
It's super
Yeah.
small, but it's the roots.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, if you find a spot that you like, why
Yeah,
why move away?
yeah. Nah, it's nice, man. We're right in the middle of we're literally 20 minutes from the Hamptons.
Okay.
So if we want, we could cruise there,
Mm-hmm.
but in the summertime, it's packed out. You try to avoid it. Traffic is just incredible.
Totally.
So we're in a small little town. You got the option. And New York City is like 2 hours from us.
Nice.
So yeah, we're right in the middle. So if you want to go to the crazy city, you go to the city, get wild. You want to go wear your white outfit and hang out in the Hamptons, you could do that.
Totally. That's cool. What's your favorite thing about living in New York?
Probably the food, the
Okay.
pizza.
Nice. Yep.
Just the culture,
Yep.
just that fast paced culture with just like basically when they tell you everybody's rude, it's true. Like you go to the grocery store, dude, you're checking out. The lady doesn't even like tell you your total. You have to like look at the cash register, see your total. Like you hand her the debit card, dude. There's no thank you.
Jeez.
Once in a while, you'll get a random person, and you
Yeah.
could tell they have like an accent from like down south, where they're polite. But
Yeah.
yeah, everybody's super rude. But it's good because then sometimes you don't feel like talking to people. If they want to
Sure.
hold a
Yep.
conversation, you just get in and get out, do your thing, mind your business. Yeah,
That's
man.
awesome.
I
Yeah.
see you got the New York hat on.
Yep,
Right
that's right.
on, bro.
Yeah, I went to New York with my family, spent the day there. I
Oh,
think it
nice.
was 2015 because we were visiting friends that were out in New Jersey. So
Oh, cool. Yeah,
just like
nice.
took the train in
Sweet.
and it was right. I think it was right around Christmas time too. So it was
Oh,
like
nice. Yeah, that's
just
the best time to go.
mad busy. Like
Dude, it's wild. It's a
yeah,
jungle, man. It's just
totally.
like, dude, it could be like 2 o'clock in the morning. You want some like waffles? You can go eat some waffles, right? Just random food,
Totally.
everything's open,
Yep.
just nonstop, man.
Yeah.
It's just
Though
crazy.
there's a reason it's called the city that never sleeps.
Yeah, nah, you got that right, bro.
Yeah, totally. How'd you come up with the logo for Beard Brothers?
Yeah, all right, cool question, man. So basically, I always kind of growing up, I always thought like maybe like movie covers or album covers,
Yep.
like the whole like back to back, like standing back to back, like
Totally.
they'd be holding a gun and they're just back to. I always thought
Yep.
that was like super cool. So I was just playing in the idea in my mind, just like kind of writing down some like concepts of what I had and stuff. And I was like, man, that'd be cool if I had like two beards back to back,
Yeah,
and
totally.
just and had the Beard Brothers just
Yep. So here's the logo for
basically.
everybody.
Yeah, man. So there it is, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it's
I
I
wanted. Oh,
so go
go
ahead.
ahead. Sorry, dude.
No, no, yeah, I love how it's like it's simple, like it's unique, it stands out, like
Yep.
yeah, definitely a great logo for sure.
That's what I didn't want anything too busy.
Yep.
Because sometimes I like when labels are like got like a lot going on. It's cool to look at, but in my mind, I just wanted something like super, like straight to the point. You know what it is, Beer Brothers. It's you get straight to the point.
Totally.
It's an easy, recognizable logo, and
Yep.
just wanted something simple.
Yeah, 100%. And
Yeah,
that's
cool.
like any big company, like their logo is recognizable immediately.
Of course,
Like
of course.
Apple, like
Oh, for sure.
Microsoft, like they usually don't have the word like Apple or Microsoft like written on their logo. It's normally just the logo, but like it's become so
Like,
established.
yeah,
You
that's
just
very
know it
true.
right away. Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've always been
Yeah,
like
no, yeah, that's
go ahead.
yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, it's exactly. I'm not gonna say like the whole mindset of me going into it was just that, but I definitely wanted something simple, and it just happened to work out.
Yeah, totally.
So I just left it alone. I just
Yeah.
didn't, it was good. It was just leave it alone. Don't mess with it. I'm not changing nothing. It just is what it is. It's stamped, it's done.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Yep. Yeah.
That's awesome. Are there any product categories that you'd like to expand into in the future?
Yeah, right now I'm actually working on a body wash,
Ooh,
which,
yep.
yeah, I'm kind of skipping the beard wash because
Fair.
I want to come like super correct with the beard wash,
For sure.
like I'm taking my time and really diving into the whole beard wash game because that's really important. Of course, everything else is important, but
For
especially
sure.
beard wash, like that's what you want to be like perfect, because you could
Yeah.
do a lot of damage with products that's not meant for your beard, or just not that great or whatever. So, but I'm in the process of that. So time wise, I'm not too sure. Hopefully within 4 to 6 months with something like that. Maybe hopefully sooner. But the
Yeah,
body
totally.
wash, we're almost a little more than halfway there with getting something just dialed in.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's exciting.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always been a big like Old Spice body wash guy, but
Nice.
and like this year I've like experimented with a couple others, but Old Spice is just there's something about it. It's the best.
Yeah, man, it's you can't go wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It smells good. It's just the standard.
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Facts. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So in the
Which
sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what scent are you using right now for your Old Spice body wash?
Ooh, I
And
think
they
I
have a
got.
lot of good deodorants, man. A lot of good
Mm-hmm.
scents.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
always buying like 10 different scents. I like smelling like this is good, this is good.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'm the same
yeah.
way. I think this morning I used Dragon Blast, I think it is.
All
Yeah.
right, all
Yeah, it's a
right.
good one. It's very
Nice.
like very kind of smooth, like classy, like
Yeah,
definitely good one.
yeah.
But I've used them all.
Nice. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. So in the thumbnail of this video, there's a pretty prominent placement of aliens. Why don't we what do you think about aliens? Like
Yeah, man.
do you think they're real, and
Oh,
could
for
they be
sure.
bearded?
Yeah, man, they probably got sick beards, man. They probably have like they're probably just monster beards. You know what I mean? They don't have hair on the top of their head, so maybe it just all goes to their chin. You know what I mean?
True. Yep.
But yeah, nah, 100%, man.
For
There's
sure.
there's definitely life out there.
Oh,
There has to be.
yeah. Yeah, like I was actually talking to my family about that like yesterday. Like there, it's like with how much about space that we still don't know.
Oh man,
It's got to be like
dude, it's they're if you watch like documentaries or anything, they're just like there's an infinite, which is doesn't end, right?
yeah.
Infinite, the galaxies upon galaxies, and it's just like if you think we're the only people, it's like
Yeah,
you got to keep an open mind to all that stuff.
totally.
Plus, like never said this before, but when I was younger in like the mid '90s, man, I seen like I believe it was a UFO.
Really?
Yeah, in my parents' neighborhood, walking home from my buddy's house.
Okay.
Seen a green like orb, but it wasn't small. It was pretty big, like maybe 500 feet over the trees or something. I remember I looked up, I seen that, and I was
Dang.
like, I was super shook. I just literally started running and it disappeared. I'm not going to say like I sat and looked at it. I was scared, man.
No,
I
of
was
course.
maybe like 10 years old, and I was like, I just looked up and I seen that. And like from that moment on, I was like, yeah, there's got to be life. Like what, like what could it be? So,
Yeah.
it's a green glowing orb and then it just disappeared. I don't know if it like shot off or it just like decreased its light and then faded away. I don't know, because I just started running, you know what I mean? Because I was scared, man. All those movies you watch as a kid, like I'm not trying to get abducted. You know what I mean? That'd
Totally.
be I'm not, I mean, hey.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to mess with aliens.
Nah, get some anal probes going down and get a satellite coming out of your ass.
Totally. Yeah, it's like, and we were talking yesterday about that article that I just saw, like some fireball that like
Yeah, man.
hit the earth in in 2018, but then they just like were testing it recently. Actually, I'll pull up the article. I have the link
Yeah.
saved right here because like
There's got to be stuff out there, bro.
like you can't be a reasonably thinking person and not think there's at least a possibility. Like,
Yeah, exactly, man. You know, where is that? Let's see. Yeah, here it is.
yeah, pristine extraterrestrial organic compounds, scientists say. So it fell in 2018, but this article was just written one day ago. Like,
Yeah.
what's like this? And that's one of the things that like with like the government, like they spend all this time like hiding all this stuff, and like things like get like they
Oh,
happen,
for sure,
and
man.
then because yeah, like why did this just get like 2018? Like
Yeah,
that's 2 years. Like what are they? Like why are there just articles about it now?
they probably had to get permission from the aliens to like use their name or something. They're probably hanging out with him, making a deal. Like, man, can we post this? It's like, nah, not yet, man. I'm, trying to stay low key. My wife don't know I left. I crashed my damn spaceship, and I'm not even supposed to be here.
Totally. Yeah.
Right? It's crazy.
Meteor arriving on Earth. Yeah, we're able to track it using weather radar. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. There's so much stuff like this. You know what sucks is like so many people fake it that it discredits stuff like this. But
Yeah.
dude, there's so much stuff. Like
Yep.
they just I don't know. They just need to come out and tell everybody that there is. I mean, I think everybody mostly knows that there is, but
Yeah.
maybe some people wouldn't be able to handle it. Like diving off the deep end, like, oh my god, there's aliens. But
I don't know.
whatever, man.
I feel like with like all the wild things that have happened like this year.
Yeah.
I mean, well, they did like release like some documents like earlier this year. I remember like with like some like evidence of aliens or something like that. And there was like no news about it. Hold up.
Yeah. And Bigfoot, like, just come out, man. Just say it all, bro. Bigfoot
Honestly.
is out there, super, super beard, man. Right?
Honestly, 100%.
Bigfoot.
Like,
Had to send him some Beard Brothers products. He could be the new spokesperson for me if I find him.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That'd be sick, right? Imagine all of a sudden now I'm like, all right, here's my. I bring out Bigfoot.
Yeah, or he just like we're just like mid conversation. He just like walks through the background of the shot.
Yeah, like that movie Harry and the Hendersons. Remember that back in the day, dude? That they had like they found that Bigfoot and they just lived with him. That'd be cool. That'd be 100%. Sick.
Although I feel like you'd have to live somewhere in the middle of the nowhere. Otherwise, you'd just be like hounded by the media like all day.
Dude, just throw a hat on him, man. He'd be blend right in.
Yeah, throw a hat, throw some sunglasses, put a coat on him.
Yeah, you're good.
Now he's just a normal bearded dude.
That's it, man. He's a hipster, living the life.
Totally.
Right.
Oh yeah, so this is that thing that I was talking about. August 10th, 2020. Recently, the U.S. government has pledged to be more transparent about their investigations of UFOs.
Yeah. They just need to come out, man.
Yeah, like
that's wild. What do you think an alien looks like, man? Do you think it's like the little gray aliens that you always see, or do you think there's some like octopus-looking crazy creatures? I mean, obviously they could be anything, but
totally. No, I feel
in your mind.
Yeah, I feel like the ones closer to us are going to be more like this guy.
Yeah.
But then I feel like there's going to be some ones that are in like deep space, like maybe like other like galaxies or like dimensions or whatever. Like, nah, they could be anything. Like,
yeah. They even say like maybe aliens that you like the picture you just pulled up, like the gray, like that could be us from the future. Like because you're not using your body anymore. Like your mind, your brain is bigger because we just evolved. We're super smart. And we don't need to like work with our bodies anymore, so they become more frail. Like who knows?
Yeah, totally.
Pretty crazy though.
And also like living in space with like gravity, because it like I know like astronauts like when they come back from being in space, like they're a lot skinnier because of like the gravity difference and like.
And I heard they're taller. I don't know if that's a fact, but Because I
think
guess there's
I
less
have.
compression.
Yeah, yeah, I have heard that because there's less compression from like gravity,
Yeah,
like
I need to go
pushing.
there. I'm trying to hit 6 foot, man.
Honestly, but yeah, like that photo there, like
Yeah,
that's definitely an alien.
yeah. What is that?
Like
Right?
that
Look at that
and
thing.
that how are you gonna come out and say that that's anything other than an alien?
Yeah,
There's nothing that we have on Earth that looks like that's that shape.
yeah. No, I know. I watched that. What was his name? Bob Lazar.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, and with the stuff he was saying back in like the '80s, you know what I mean? Everybody was like, "Oh, this dude's a quack. He don't know what he's talking about." And then now it came out like some element that he was talking about was like
Yep.
it's like a real element now, you know? So it's like, I think that dude's credible, you know?
Total 100%. Well, did you see the episode that he did with Joe Rogan a little
Yeah.
while ago?
Yeah, oh, 100%, man.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. And I feel like I don't like and he's been like talking about this his whole career. So I don't know why he would just be doing it just to like make some money. It's cuz like
Yeah.
he legitimately and same thing with what's that guy's name? Edward Snowden. He's like
I don't even know who that is. Which guy
oh,
is it?
so he's hold up. Now we're going down the wormhole.
It's not that crazy dude with the long hair on the History Channel.
No, I
The
don't think so.
Ancient Aliens, that guy's
No.
that guy's
So he's hold up here. Yeah, so he's American whistleblower who copied and leaked highly
Oh
classified
yeah,
information.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was also on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I didn't know his name. Obviously, yeah, I know his face. They did it like through Skype or something, right?
Yeah, they
Because he
did.
couldn't be there.
Yeah, because he's out
Yeah,
somewhere in like Russia or something, like
yeah. It's
hiding
in like
from
a
the U.S.
bunker.
government. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
like those kind of guys, like him and Bob Lazar,
Yeah, there he is,
like
Bob Lazar. He
like
even said he's like, I don't even care too much about aliens. He likes the engineering part of like the
yeah,
spaceships and stuff, So it's not like he's some whack that's like, oh, I love aliens and I've been with aliens. He's like, yeah, I like them, but like I'm fascinated about the engineering of the
yeah, other ships
craft.
and all that. Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, Bob Lazar. I actually followed him on Instagram
yep, same.
on my personal page.
Yep. But yeah,
He has a website too where you could buy. I think he did like a drawing on Joe Rogan's podcast of like a spaceship and how it worked with like the zero gravity or something.
okay,
And
yeah.
yeah, I think he like sells it now on his like yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
Like,
pretty cool.
have you seen this documentary on Netflix?
Um, did I see it? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think I started watching it at one point. It's only an hour and a half long, so I might have to
Nice. Yeah, I'll check
rewatch
that
it.
out for
Yeah,
sure.
but yeah. No, it's 100% there's. And actually, and what do you think about Area 51?
Maybe back in the day it was of significance, but now I think it's just like a front, like, oh, let everybody go there, but we're over here type of deal,
Yeah, yeah. I have heard that
Yeah, that's
that
what I
like
think.
after Area 51 was like forced to be like publicly exposed after like
Of
some
course.
freedom of information ththings. I've
Yeah.
heard that they like moved all like the actual
Yeah.
important
Of
stuff to Area
100%.
52, which
Bro, they
who knows
probably
where that
have
is.
so much, especially like underground or like Antarctica. They said like there's
Oh,
crazy stuff over there going on. But yeah, why would you
100%.
like if you're the U.S. government? Why would you keep important documents at Area 51 that's been on the map for like,
Yeah,
30 years, 40 years, whatever long it's been? They obviously relocated. They're like, yeah, let everybody keep talking about this place while we're over here,
yeah.
you know?
Totally. Um, did you know that Mount Rushmore has a secret room?
Yeah, there's like a vault in the back of it, right? With like a
Yep.
stairs leading up to it or something. Yeah, there's
Hmm.
like a conspiracy theory about that too, right?
That's right.
Yeah, there it
Yep.
is.
Yep.
I love conspiracy theories.
Oh,
It's cool.
100%.
You could dive deep into those on YouTube, man. You'll be up for like 6 hours.
Facts. And
Yeah. What did they say was going on back there? Was it something with gold or something,
so
or
it's a secret inaccessible to the public chamber. So designed by the monument sculptor Gutzon Borglum, who envisioned it as a room dedicated to the history of the United States.
Mm,
So he wanted it to be like a museum or something like that.
yeah.
Unfortunately, he died in 1940. How did he die though? That's hold up.
Yeah.
See, because there's all kinds of.
He got locked in the room. Yeah. I've never been there. Have you?
No.
Like, seen that place in person? Pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I would love to. So, okay. So he supposedly died of a heart attack.
All right.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah.
But I've heard of, like, I don't know if, I'm sure the U.S. government has them too, but I was reading a book about the Russian government and like Putin's like slow removal of all the different oligarchs that used to be in power in Russia.
Mm.
And the Russian government has access to like special chemical compounds that can like simulate a heart attack. So
Oh wow. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure,
so
man.
I bet the U.S. has a similar thing, and
Oh man.
eventually, if this guy was like he was like wanted to like share something that they didn't want to share, they're like, nope, you gotta
Yeah.
have a heart attack.
100%. Yeah. He would commit suicide, right?
Yeah.
Suicide. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to do this no more. Let me commit suicide. Yeah, he committed suicide. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You know those stories,
Oh, totally.
right?
Yeah. You think Epstein committed suicide?
Yeah, nah, come on. That guy, man, that he got whacked big time. He knew too much.
Oh,
He knew
100%.
too much, man. As soon as the guy got locked up, that was priority number one. Get that guy silenced. You know, come on.
Totally.
That guy was untouchable for how long? He was probably in his cell, like, yeah, I'm getting out of here soon. You know, they can't hold me down.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, all right, yeah, we're gonna hold you down, all right.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
hold
you
you six
stop
feet under.
moving. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then I heard, yeah, he's not dead. He's living on some island, other island, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
But
with Tupac.
yeah, nah, they killed that dude.
No,
He knew
no.
too much, dude. Yeah, he had to be silenced for
Yeah,
sure.
no. If you had to make a guess, who do you think actually did it? You think it was U.S. government? You think it was like the Clintons? You think it was like Donald Trump? Who do you think it was?
Oh man, that's a hard one. I don't know who it was, but they definitely paid somebody. Well, they showed that guy, right? He was like some big juiced up alcoholic guy they put him in a cell with.
Oh,
And yeah, they showed a picture of him. They were like, yeah, this is a cellmate. They like, and I guess whatever autopsy they showed like broken like little pieces in the neck and the
yep.
autopsy. The guy was like, you had to be super strong to do that. But they probably, right, that guy probably had like on death row or life in prison. They were probably like, hey man, you take the guy out, you know, we'll lessen your time or we'll take you out or you get whatever you want for dinner for your remainder, you know, like who knows, you know, what do you got to lose? That guy was probably like, yeah, I'll do it.
100%. Yeah. So hold up here.
Yeah, but could you imagine how many people wanted him to? I mean, it could have been
Oh,
anyone, man.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like,
yeah, that sucks. Imagine living where that guy was living, and then all of a sudden you're stuck in that thing.
yeah,
I mean, it would suck just for anybody, but just
yeah. So they found fingerprints on his body.
yeah.
Ah,
No,
that
that dude's definitely
that alone right there like negates the possibility of suicide. Like,
yeah. And
how
then
the
the
heck?
cameras weren't working.
Yeah, yeah. But like just in that one section of the prison, it's like
Yeah, the guards were sleeping, the
like
cameras weren't working. Yeah, he was
yeah,
taken off a suicide watch. It's like, come on,
yeah,
is that
like
a broken jaw?
yeah, yeah. Broken jaw, contusions on both wrists, abrasion on his left forearm, deep muscle hemorrhaging. Like
That's
injury.
probably the knockout shot,
Yeah,
right? The
probably.
guy probably just knocked him out and then
Yeah.
just choked him out.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's eating McDonald's, you know, in
Totally.
his prison cell.
Yeah. So yeah, like they say it right there.
Yeah,
Said small burst capillaries found on Epstein's face, mouth, and eyes are often an indication of strangulation.
strangulation. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
which
Yep.
technically like could have been a suicidal hanging, but like with all the like if it was just that, if it was just the burst capillaries, like
Yeah.
sure maybe you could argue it was just he just hung himself, but
And
then like
look where the jaw broke. That's like a left hook,
yeah
you know?
yeah
Like
that's a fist to the face.
yeah, that's like a wind back and just knocked. I mean, if you saw that dude that he was roomed with, I guess you want to call it, whatever.
Yeah.
That guy was
Hold
huge,
up.
man. Yeah. I mean, you could see how that guy could easily just take him right out. Yeah, look at him. Right? Like, come on, bro. That guy is easily choking that dude out, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, and that guy's no joke. I think he was he was like a correctional officer or
Yeah, he
something
was
like that.
ex-cop.
Yeah.
Federal murder. Yeah, he was facing death penalty for federal murder and drug charges.
See, there you go.
So he's got nothing to lose. Like,
Nah. But everything to gain from doing that, you
yeah,
know? Maybe like, hey, we can't get you out, but we could set your family up with $10 million, you know?
yeah, something like
Dang. Yeah, that dude's juiced up.
that.
Look
Like,
at that. Now
100%.
imagine his like arm around your neck, like
Oh, you're
I
done.
mean,
It's over.
your head's gonna pop off.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
okay, that's weird. So he was transferred out of Epstein's cell in the facility special housing unit after Epstein was placed on suicide watch.
yeah.
Hmm. It
Mm-hmm.
was not clear why he was transferred.
Yeah, sure.
Required to have daily psychiatric evaluations after being discovered in his cell, semi-conscious with bruising on his neck.
He choked himself out. Yeah, it's like what's so crazy too is they could just put out a story like this, and then the cameras don't work, and this and that, and it's just like it's something you talk about it for like a week, and it's already underneath the table. You know, it's like we're over it.
That's the thing with like so many different things that happened this year, like the aliens. Like when they did that article about the aliens, like a couple days later, like something else, like some major celebrity died, or some like
Take the heat off of the
natural
aliens.
disaster like happened like just randomly, like
For sure.
yeah, no, 100%.
Exactly.
That's definitely murder.
Diversion. Yep.
Yeah, and like it'd be one thing if it was just like a one-time weird occurrence, but there's all kinds of things with the U.S. government, like
Oh, for sure. I
like
mean, there's a laundry list.
like that just make like anything they say, like you gotta take that with a with a grain of salt.
Definitely.
Oh, and so what do you think about the assassinations of JFK and Martin Luther King Jr.? You think?
Yeah. The JFK one. Yeah, I don't know. I briefly touched on that through YouTube, and yeah, I mean, it doesn't add up, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But yeah, I don't know, something with he was involved with the mafia, right, or something
Yeah,
like
he was.
that, and
Yep.
they were like funding him, and then he was going after him once he got into office, so they
Yeah.
probably whacked him, you know, like.
Well, that's part of the movie. I don't know if you've seen what's that new like mafia movie that came out recently that's like 4 hours long.
Oh shit, nah, I don't
With
even know.
Robert De Niro. Oh wait. It's like, hold on. It's like Robert De Niro, Al Pacino,
Oh yeah.
and Joe Pesci. It just came out recently.
I mean, that's the lineup right there.
Oh yeah, The Irishman. Yeah, that's what
The
it was.
Irishman. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that. They kind of touched on it in that movie, like JFK, like
Yeah.
like he got in with the help of the mob, and then
Yeah.
wasn't doing right by the mob.
Yeah, no, for sure. You know what I mean? Like, and especially in that day, like the mob was so heavy in the streets. So it's like, they backed you and then you go against them. It was like a death sentence.
Yeah, totally.
But I mean, again, you never know, just the Martin Luther King thing. I never even really looked into that.
Yeah. So
I didn't even know there was one.
Oh yeah. So I have
Really?
a book. I have a book on them, on the whole, like, that was written over many years, with all this like research and like all like talking to like witnesses and like his family and like people that were around at the time, and like even people that were like within like the U.S. zone. Like he was.
I think I lost you, bro.
Oh yeah. You kind of paused for a second there. But yeah, like, so they're saying that James Earl Ray like didn't act on his own, and because there's all these like different things, like I'll find a link to the book and send it to you after. But it's like
Yeah, for sure.
it's crazy, and yeah,
Yeah, it makes you think, like just the story, whatever story they always put out is probably like 1% of the truth. You know what I mean? Like
100%. Yep.
they're
Yeah.
just, they're not going to tell you 100% of what happened. They're just like, oh, here's a
Nah.
little bit to smooze you over, and you
Yeah.
don't need to know the rest.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so like it seems to be like a big thing that the and like in the book they talk about like the FBI like probably being involved because MLK was planning to run for president as an independent,
Mm,
which
yeah,
the U.S. government was like, nope, that's
they're
not
not
happening.
trying to have that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
because like it
messed
was the
up.
'60s and there's still like segregation and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
for
So it's
sure, man. Yeah.
like an African American as the president, they're like, nah,
Yeah, no, that's
nah,
crazy, bro. What a shame.
yeah. Like that's the kind of thing that's like
Super
there's so many
tragic.
things that need to be like
Addressed.
addressed and like brought
Truth.
out and yeah, so much
Yeah.
like shady
Uh,
business by like governments and all that. Like
I don't even think they'll ever, like I don't know. They probably that stuff is so buried.
yeah,
You wonder if it'll ever.
yeah.
I doubt it.
Well, yeah, apparently they closed the case recently. Yeah, April 4th, 2018. Investigators say the MLK case is closed.
Gotcha. You know what's a good one, man, that I've been watching for years is the Oak Island, the
Oh,
treasure buried at Oak Island. Isn't that in Canada somewhere on the
oh,
East Coast?
I don't know. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, Nova Scotia, something like that. Yeah, they're supposed to.
Yeah, Nova
It's been
Scotia.
on History Channel. It's been going for like 4 years, and they keep finding stuff. It's pretty wild. They said some
Whoa.
treasure is brought over from like the Knights Templar, and
Oh,
yeah,
dang.
and they like it's a really good series. It kind of gets dragged on because like I mean, you realize like we're searching for gold, not you digging and digging. So they add a little bit more drama,
Yeah,
and
of course.
like they could probably make one episode and get the whole season, but
Yeah,
I still watch because they find gold and they find bits and pieces of like artifacts and stuff like hundreds of feet down below. Well, not hundreds, maybe 100 feet,
yeah, yeah,
120 feet below the ground. But it's like, dude, how did that stuff get there?
yeah,
So there's a
yeah,
lot of like symbolism and stuff carved around there from
yep.
you know ancient times. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good one to watch.
yeah, I'll definitely look into that. But yeah, so they're
Yeah,
saying here, since the 19th century, a number of attempts have been made to locate treasure and artifacts.
yeah,
Theories about artifacts present on the island range from pirate treasure to Shakespearean manuscripts to
yep,
possibly the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant.
yeah.
Jeez, with
They
the
pulled
Grail and
up.
the Ark having been buried there by the Knights Templar.
Yeah, they pulled up like they would
Whoa.
excavate some of the stuff out from underneath the ground and then they would like sift through it and they found like book bindings of like leather and they had it tested and they were like yeah it's leather and I guess that's what they used to like maybe like important books back in the day
Yeah,
so they were
totally.
pulling up pieces of that and like parchment I
Yeah,
guess what they wrote on and stuff so I mean and that's all 100 feet down the ground like how does that get there? You know what
yeah,
I mean? So it's pretty cool.
yeah,
It's just something to watch, but
yeah.
it
They're
gets it
saying.
gets you a little aggravated because you want them to find something, and you just like the season's
Yeah.
over, and you're like, damn, I gotta wait till next year. But
Totally. But yeah, they're saying yeah, like some of the stuff that they found over the years has been carbon dated and found to be hundreds of years old.
yeah, it's a
But
pretty cool show.
although
And I
these
think it's
items can be considered treasure in their own right, no significant main treasure site has ever been found.
correct. Yeah, they find like little bits and pieces and stuff, and it's two brothers
Oh,
that
cool.
started it. Yeah, and they just been man, they're probably spending millions of dollars doing it,
Yeah.
but. And I think like 6 or 7 people died trying to find it, and there's like a curse on the place that like 8 people have to die or something like that.
Okay.
So
Yep.
yeah, I was
Yeah, the Curse of Oak Island. Oh, yeah, that's a TV show. Ha.
yeah, that's what it's called. But
Theory.
yeah, it's in Canada, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Nova Scotia.
Yeah, it's like that would be the East Coast, right? Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, East Coast. Yeah.
Where are you located?
So I'm in Ontario, which is it's like right. It's about 7-8 hours from Ottawa, which is the capital of
Okay.
Canada. but it's probably a few hours. It's more East Coast, but then like
Okay.
the Nova Scotia would be further east, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah.
Yeah, my Canadian geography is not great.
No doubt. Yeah, I've never been there either. Canada. Everybody's super nice over there, right?
Mostly, yeah, I would say so.
And what do you say? What's that one word you guys say all the time?
Oh, A?
Hey, yeah. And
It's
you call it pop, right? Like soda,
yeah,
like
yeah,
call it pop.
yeah, pop, yep.
Want some
Yeah.
pop, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
nice.
it's I don't know.
You got quite the beard going though. I see, man. How long you been growing that bad boy out for?
Since this iteration since end of November last year.
Oh,
I shaved it all off from November. Did that and then started growing it back. I
nice.
look horrible with just a mustache. Like it's just not a good look.
Yeah,
So
man.
not doing that again. And baby face, like
Yeah, forget about it,
yeah,
right?
forget that.
Yeah, that's not even an option.
Yeah, no. So it'll be a full year like since I last shaved it off. As of
Sweet.
this Sunday.
Oh wow, yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Were you guys going out to eat or something? You getting celebrating or what?
I don't know. I got a bunch of Instagram content and like YouTube videos and stuff
Cool.
that I'm gonna put out like on the
Yeah.
first. And
You know what's cool is like when I see dudes that like start from day one and they photograph their beer journey, you know? I always thought that was cool, like day one to day 365 and just every day take a picture. That's really cool.
Yeah. I don't have pictures from every day since then, but I have pictures from basically every month. And like I made a little
Yeah.
short video that I'm gonna
That's sick.
post on Instagram on Sunday with
Nice.
like the timeline, like so it starts November 1st when I shaved it off, and then it like comes back
Yeah.
in like in
That's
February,
cool.
like after a couple months growth, and then goes from there.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay, hold on, I got a
You
picture.
don't do you trim it at all, or you just let it grow? You don't touch it.
I've done a couple trims,
Yeah.
but nothing major. I've basically just been letting it grow.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Just trying to find a picture because it's a big difference.
Yeah, I gotta dig deep for my pictures without facial hair. They're somewhere, probably on MySpace. Actually, I went to MySpace probably about 5 years ago, and there's still like content up from like my old page,
Really?
you know? Yeah, it was cool to go to.
Yeah, like a little like jump back in time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. So many photos, easily. Oh wait, let's go. But yeah, no, I'm like my whole family is like, nah, you should like shorten it down, like or shave.
Yeah.
I've had people say shave it all off. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, nah, that's
Never again.
Yeah, people. It's always people that don't have beards that are
Yep.
so concerned with your beard. It's like, come on, man. Like,
it's a good thing it's not your beard. And like,
yeah, exactly.
well,
You know.
you'll see when I find this picture. It's like takes years off me without the beard.
Yeah.
Because I'm 20, like gonna be 21 in January. But
oh, you're young, huh?
yeah.
Young buck.
But without the beard, I look about like I could probably pass for a 16-year-old, which is not a look that I'm going for.
Oh boy.
Almost there.
What do you got? A pair of Jordans back there too? I see.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Those were mine from back in the day.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, and my
Nice.
mom's always kept them, but then recently I like had them on the bookshelf.
Oh, cool.
Because this bookshelf was in my bedroom, but my bedroom was just a little too crowded, so I moved it back in here.
Nice.
And put them on the shelf.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's a little historical, like little piece of.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I like it.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Let's see.
Oh, it's so bad. Like I've shown this picture a few times, like when I've been podcasting.
Whoa!
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah, you look young, bro.
Yeah. And like I actually I showed that picture to somebody like on my last podcast, and they were like, you kind of look like Kim Jong Un. And I was like, oh no,
Oh man.
that's not the move.
Yeah, right. Nah, definitely not. Nah, but you got the thick beard going too, man.
Yeah,
Looks
it's
good.
coming in. Thanks. Yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely solid.
yeah, and it's yeah, it's a lot more fun like growing it out and like kind of like what we touched on in the beginning, like just shaving and like
Yeah.
nah.
Growing a beard is like Legos, I call it. It's like fun growing it, like while you're growing it. But if you hit the mark, right, like some people hit it and like, yeah, I like it, or they get bored, right? So then
Yeah,
when they stop growing it, next thing you know, they're like trimming here, trimming there, and then it shortens up. But like the whole process of growing, it's fun, seeing as it
totally.
gets longer and stuff,
Yeah.
it's cool. I enjoy it.
Mm.
But sometimes me, I wake up and I'm like, I think I'll trim just a little bit to like shape it, and then I just stop myself because once you start trimming,
Yeah, it's a slippery
it's
slope.
like, yeah, it's like getting a chainsaw in your hand outside. You start cutting everything, and the next thing you know, your beard's this long. So I just stopped. I did it so many times. I know. I'm just like, nope. I'm
Yep.
just not even doing it. You know what I mean? Plus, my brother is a barber.
Yeah.
That my brother Vinny that I'm in partners with. So
Yeah.
if it's a dire need, I'll hit him up and I'm like, dude, you got to give me a little, like a good shape up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let him handle it.
Yeah. No, I haven't. I don't have the confidence yet to like aggressively like trim it and shave it myself. So like
Yeah.
one time my dad did it, and he's had some experience with like a little bit of experience with like cutting hair and all that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, I'm just mostly letting it go. Especially like as of recently, like my parents are like, yeah, you gotta shorten it down. I'm like, it's about to be winter. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Nah, I mean,
like short beard or no beard in the winter is horrible. Well, even like recently, like where I'm at, it started to like, cool down recently. Like I think it's like 5 degrees Celsius right now. So like I don't know what the conversion to Fahrenheit is, but it's cold and
yeah.
like have like this weather. Like if I didn't have the beard versus like having the beard, it's like
Oh, at least you have hair on the top of your head, man. I'm bald.
yeah.
So like, if I didn't have a beard and then I just had a clean shaved face and bald, man, I get one of those like ski masks and just like just a little eyes popping out.
Totally.
Just
Yeah.
have eyebrows. Yeah, it's weird. So
Yeah.
like the beard definitely helps.
Yeah, totally. It's just yeah, and it's funny like even like getting like buying like beer and that kind of stuff like I was at it like my family goes to a hotel in Toronto every year just like as like our Christmas tradition and
Cool.
so like we walked in and sat down and like automatically like the server came up and was like to me like do you want a beer just like no checking any card
Wow. Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
just
So
like
yeah.
I'm like hey that's what's up.
Yeah, he's like this manly man right here. This guy got a beard. Give him what he wants.
Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then like going into like a couple months ago going into the beer store, they're like just like pull your mask down and they're just like, yep, you're good.
yeah.
I'm like,
He's
that's
a
what's
man.
up.
Yeah, what? Well, hey man, just start with a scissor. Like if
Yeah.
you want to do the scissors are pretty unforgiving. If you go
Yeah.
in there with like because I know how to cut hair. I'm not gonna say, I could work in a barber shop, but it wouldn't
Yeah.
be
Fair.
hard for me to like, perfect my craft with some extra help, you know what I mean?
Mm.
But I edge up my own self. I've been doing it
Yeah.
forever. Always like, I used to cut my brother's hair, and that's how he kind of started, So I could definitely cut hair. So,
Yeah.
but going in with like an edge up clipper or a shape up clipper, they call it. If you want to trim, like that's a
Yeah.
little bit more harsh, It's less. It's more room for error. So if you just take a little pair of scissors, you know what I mean,
True.
and just get the fly like the little straggly ones and go along the side and just a little at a time, you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
It just helps if you learn how to do it because then you don't have to pay somebody else and
Yep.
it's kind of cool. You could see I shaped it well. It's like
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. I'll do like the cheek lines, my neckline, all that, but
yeah.
just yeah, I haven't done like I haven't.
Yeah, you just got to tackle it, man.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Once
Yeah.
you get into it, and then you'll be fine, dude.
Yeah, totally.
Little at a time. That's the best advice. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh,
And if you
100%.
start messing up, just stop.
Yeah. Just
You know?
put the scissors down and walk
That's
away.
it. That's it. Just walk away. Because sometimes, like, even the cheek line, if like you drop this one a little lower and you're like, oh, I got to make it match. And next thing you know, your cheek line's like down to here,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
dude, just let it
Nope.
be. That's what I learned over the years. Yeah. And
Yeah,
nobody's chicken.
yeah, totally. Yeah, no, I keep my cheek lines just like basically at what they are now. Like
Yeah.
just get like the little like extra hairs that like start to creep up
Exactly.
here.
Yep.
But I don't ever like bring it down like drastically.
Yeah, it's just easier too if you keep the natural line and then the little stragglers, then it's less shaven for you,
Yeah.
less,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, it's just easier.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I would be miserable having to shave every like because I would probably have to shave like every day or like every other day to like
Oh, for
stay
sure.
if I had to stay totally clean shaven. Like when I was doing Movember last year, like literally the first day that I shaved it all off, by like 5 p.m. that or like 4 p.m. that day, I could feel hairs coming back already.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I could relate, man.
Yeah,
Even when I shave my head, I know face and head are two different things, but
yeah,
like the
totally.
day where if I have to go somewhere and I have to like shave my head for that day, I'll do it like right before I get into the shower for that day.
Yeah,
Like I can't do it the day before to try to go because it's already like
yeah,
it feels like sandpaper,
yeah,
Same with the face, same thing. I could never. I would be miserable if I had to
yeah.
shave.
Oh,
You know what I
100%.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So the beard's going nowhere.
yeah, yeah, and like even like I've been working recently and like having to work like working retail and like having to wear a mask. There's times where I'm like, this is getting itchy and it's bothering me,
Yeah.
but I'm like, the alternative is like very short beard or no beard, and I'm not trying to play like that.
Yeah. I wear like a handkerchief looking,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
I've
that
heard
just helps.
a lot of
Yeah,
bearded
because
guys do
then
that.
it just lays, it's not like pushing back on your beard and stuff,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I think I need to hunt one of those down because like I've been using like one of like the neck gaiters. Like it's I'll pull the picture. It's hard to explain, but it's
a net gator.
neck gaiter. It's like
Oh,
yeah.
they had some custom made alligator mask. They're pimping over here with the gator shoes.
Oh yeah, that's ultimate gangster. You're like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that's kind of
Oh,
what that's
okay.
like.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah, same thing.
and it's leaps and bounds better than a normal mask. Like
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
if I had to wear like one of the normal masks, I've seen guys like walk into the store where I work like with like big beards like hanging out the bottom of the mask. One, it looks ridiculous, and two,
Yeah.
it's super like you see like it's like this little tiny mask and then just like hair coming out the sides, hanging out the bottom, like
Yeah, yeah. I know it's bad. It's what happens too is like when it rests on the bottom of your beard and then it just kind of like works its way up,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
your mask is just like and you look crazy. But I
Yeah,
just can't wait for the whole shit to be over. It's
honestly,
just,
amen.
I'm over it.
Yeah,
It sucks. I get it that we have to do it, whatever, but I
for
just
sure.
want to go back to normal.
Yeah, honestly, it's like it's been a long time, and it's like it's
I just hope this isn't the new normal, like having to wear a mask all the time. I
yeah.
guess it's better than not being able to go anywhere,
True
like
facts.
still better than that, but I don't know. I just miss the old days.
Totally. And
But
it's crazy. There's gonna be like little kids, like that are just grow like 2, 3, 4 years old that are like having to wear a mask and won't remember like not having to wear a mask like when they're like going into school.
yeah, 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 for sure. I have a 4-year-old, and
Yeah,
well, he's gonna be 4 in December, but
yeah,
when we go out, he has to wear a mask and stuff, and I feel bad for the kids, like
totally.
that it sucks for an adult. Like I
Yeah,
guess kids adapt easily, but
yeah,
still, it's just it sucks. He's
yeah,
good about it. He wears it, but some days I just look and I'm just looking at him wear a mask. Like we went pumpkin picking, with
yeah,
the wife.
yeah,
And we're outside and we got masks on and he has a mask. And like every time we take a picture, we're like, all right, take your mask off quick, like
yeah,
we take some pictures with the mask and then some without. But I'm just like,
yeah.
sucks, man.
It's too much. It's just
Yeah. So,
it's
but
not. Yeah, I can't wait to like as soon as they say that we don't have to wear them, I'm done.
Oh, for sure,
Like
for sure.
like
You ever
the
see?
day
Oh,
that
go
order
ahead.
goes out, like
For sure. Oh yeah,
in the garbage.
100%, man. Yeah, there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then the 2 days later, like, oh no, everybody's got to put the mask back on. I could see that happening. They're
true.
always flip flopping.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's
Actually,
always the case.
yeah, it's like something like that just happened like when I was working yesterday. Like like in my other shifts, we've had to when people have tried clothes on, they've they've gone they've had to go in a bin and be stored away for like 24 or 48 hours to like quarantine. But then yesterday all of a sudden public health was like, yeah, you don't have to quarantine clothes anymore because we've now discovered that COVID doesn't stay on
Object.
clothes like we thought.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah, yeah.
so
Exactly.
so you're saying we've been like having to get all this stuff, like people put it in,
uh,
lift the bins up, stack them, like, and then like take them all out after 48 hours, put everything back on the floor, and it's for nothing.
I didn't even know you guys. I didn't even know they had to do that. I didn't even think of something
Oh,
like that. That's wild.
it's ridiculous. And then
That's
yeah,
crazy.
it turns out it does nothing.
Yeah, when this all first happened, I remember like bringing in groceries, like wiping the box down. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is ridiculous.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
they
I
said
got a
the
story
same
about that.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they were like, oh, it doesn't survive on objects. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, actually, so not yesterday when I worked, but one of my recent shifts, like a couple weekends ago, I was working in the footwear department, and like when people try on shoes and like boots, so you have to take the shoes, put them back in the box, and then you have to wipe down the box.
Oh, come on.
But so like not even the shoes. I'm like,
Where do you draw?
where's the logic in
Yeah,
that? And they're like, it's
even when you
because
go to a restaurant.
initial touch points. Yeah, exactly. That makes me mad. Like that bothers the crap of me. Like,
Yeah,
okay, so you're saying I have to wear my mask, walk 10 feet into the restaurant, sit down, and then suddenly coronavirus doesn't exist past this point.
disappears. Yeah,
I can wear
yeah.
my mask. I don't have to wear a mask now.
So bad, so dumb.
Yeah, I was at a diner with my grandma and my siblings like a couple of months ago, or like a month and a bit, and after so we walked in with our masks on, sat down, took them off, and then there was like when we were getting ready to leave, I didn't even bother putting my mask on because there was like it was literally 10 feet, and
Yeah,
there was nobody within like any distance of us.
exactly.
Like the whole front of the store is empty. And I was like, this is dumb. I'm just not
Just
gonna.
out of here. Yeah,
I'm just gonna walk out and just not
for
waste
sure.
the like however long it takes to put on the mask. It's
Yeah, the time you get it on when you're walking, you're already out the door.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
no.
I know. I don't know who comes up. I guess it just looks better. Like, oh, we're trying, than nothing. I don't know. I guess that's the logic behind it. I don't know.
I know. I feel, but I feel like it does the opposite because it's like they're not really being consistent.
Yeah,
Like you should have like I feel like you should have a consistent strategy across the board. Like unless you
just
got
a shot in the dark.
yeah, like if like I understand like yeah, you're walking around a mall, you're like doing that kind of stuff, like having it around because you're walking around all kinds of people. But
Mm,
walking into a restaurant, you're sitting in a booth, like there's nobody close to you. Like
exactly.
yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't get
what?
it.
It's not going to stay in your little bubble.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's.
it's airborne. Like
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah,
I don't
I
understand.
don't get it either.
Yeah,
It's super weird. I guess we're just living in weird times over here.
yeah, totally. Yeah, like there's like I have a buddy who I met like through Instagram, and like we talk on Zoom like fairly regularly, and we were like last time we were on Zoom or 2 times ago we were like because he's part of the Bearded Villains beard club,
Gotcha.
and yeah, and so he was like showing me all the different like hats and stuff that they have, and we were both like, this is so weird. We're sitting on Zoom, two people who have never met in person,
Yeah.
like looking at Bearded Villains merch. It's just like
It's
weird
wild.
times.
Yeah, no, I know. It's technology, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
crazy. You can do whatever you want now, man.
yeah, totally.
It's super cool. That's why I was saying, like growing up in high school, like we had a cell phone, but you obviously
Yeah,
couldn't take pictures or nothing or record. It was just, you want. I don't even think texting was out yet.
yeah,
And like, I don't know. I guess it's a good thing and a bad thing, but like we never got to film, record you know, like parties and
Yeah.
just a day throughout high school, you know, and stuff. So like kids now, you know, they record everything so they have it forever, which is
Yeah.
really cool, you
Yeah,
know, because they
totally.
can always look back, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like that's really cool. That's why I
Yeah.
try to record everything with my
Mm-hmm.
son, you know, and
Yeah, totally.
because even at 4 years old, I show him stuff when he was 1 years old, and he like
Yeah.
loves looking at it, you know.
No, that's
I have
awesome.
to like dig out some old VHS tapes,
Yeah.
try to find a VHS. Whoever has whatever the thing is, you got to
Yeah.
put it in. And it's like, no, you got to go in the attic for all that stuff. And even if it works, you're like, I'm not even bothering. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of speaking on technology, I wanted to see what you think about like 5G and if you've heard any of like the conspiracy theories around that.
Yeah, I did. I heard what the 5G. I guess what are they saying? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I guess like the 2G, 3G, 4G can it goes around you the wavelengths, but 5G goes through you. Like and you could it like disturbs your
Yeah, no,
insides, you know, because like the
I have heard
wavelengths, I
that.
guess, like
Yeah.
everything prior to that. Yeah, so but I don't know, man. It's did they even know about regular Wi-Fi and 3G? Like, you know, like it's got to be doing something.
Yeah,
It's on your hip. It's on your. You're always holding your phone. Like 20 years, 30 years from now, is it going to show like, oh, we thought it wasn't a big deal, but you know, it is? I don't know. What about you? What do you think?
uh I think it's all ridiculous cuz like I've been like I'm big into like technology and like smartphones and like paying attention to all that stuff. So like I'll pull it up here. I've got this article that's talking about some 5G conspiracy theories and it's it's like this one 5G is the cause of COVID-19.
Oh
In
man,
March,
yeah.
Dr. Thomas Cowan, a U.S. doctor on disciplinary probation, claimed 5G poisoned cells in the body, forced them to excrete waste, which eventually became known as COVID-19.
Yeah, that might be a little bit of a reach because I don't. It is 5G everywhere. Like it's only in certain
It's
places.
not even. It's not even like
Yeah,
accessible everywhere yet. Like it's still.
yeah, but I don't have 5G. I only have LTE, and I
Yeah,
think New York City has 5G. Like if you
yeah,
go
yeah.
further
There
from,
are places like even like parts of
yeah,
like the town that I live in have it, but like the immediate neighborhood where I'm at doesn't have it.
birds
Yeah.
were found
Yeah,
dead. You
5G
know,
can kill birds and plant life. And then there was, oh yeah, 5G acts as an accelerator for the coronavirus.
but like, who is this? Just some guy's opinion? Like we're like,
Well,
you
no.
know,
These are like wide, like popular conspiracy theories that have like
I
sprung up. Like,
gotcha. Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like
hey, at the end of the day, like they could be onto something, you know. Like
dude, honestly,
I'm no scientist, but you never
yeah,
know.
no, 100%. That's why I pay attention to this stuff because like, yeah, it's probably not true, but if it is, like, it's good to
Yeah,
be informed. Like,
yeah.
oh
You
yeah,
got to keep an open mind.
because there's a picture of a engineer like who's like installing a 5G like system
With a
on like a
hazmat
tower, and
suit.
he's wearing a hazmat suit, and they're like, and people were like trying to burn down the cell towers, like.
Oh Jesus, coming out with the pitchforks and stuff.
Honestly,
Yeah, I
and it's like
mean, hey, if you're living next to that thing, I wouldn't want to buy me, you know. So
true. No,
I could,
that's one thing if you're like
yeah,
immediately close to it, but
yeah. I mean, what they say, and oh no, it's not bad, but meanwhile, it is. They're just, it's all for the dollar. You know what I mean? They're
yeah,
gonna tell you it's not harmful, you know.
true. Of course, yeah. Because
It's,
why would they say that it is, and then like
yeah, they're trying to make money, man. They don't care.
try to get you to like pay for their. Oh, this is a good one that I've heard. The lockdown is a government cover up to enforce societal lockdown, which will allow the installation of 5G antennas without the general
Yeah,
public being aware.
yeah. No, we're just, yeah. Come on, come on. Ah,
Oh,
boy.
hey.
Yeah. Oh, it's that big tower. Oh, you didn't see nothing, man.
Yeah, no, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Don't go hang out in your house.
Yeah, yeah. Go play some PlayStation. Do you game at all or not?
Oh yeah, yeah.
What do you
I
play?
not as much as I used to, but I've always been
Yeah.
big into Call of Duty,
Hmm.
Assassin's Creed,
Nice.
um, Uncharted. I played all four of those, the Uncharted series.
Sweet.
Um,
I just
Madden.
play I just play Call of Duty, man.
Yeah, yeah, solid. Which
New
ones have
one.
you played?
I played everyone from like Modern Warfare 2.
Nice.
That's when I started. I saw my brother playing in his room, and I'm like, damn, what the hell is this? You know, because he's
Yeah.
younger than me. He's like 6 years younger than me. So at that point, I was out of video games. But when I saw him
Yeah.
playing that, I was like, wow, man, that looks sick. You know, like. So then I think I went and got the system. I think it was the Xbox 360, if I'm not mistaken, or
Okay.
PlayStation 3, one of the two, and then
Yeah.
just started playing from there. Nothing crazy, just like
Yeah.
casual playing. But I've been playing, the new one, the Modern Warfare.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, I play at night when the wife and kid are sleeping. Get on
Yeah.
for a couple hours, me and my friend,
Nice.
and
Yeah, totally.
chop it up till I'm getting destroyed by some little kids, and then I'm like about to snap out,
Yeah.
talking shit. They're like, "Oh, you suck," and I'm just like,
Totally.
"Damn, bro."
Yeah.
But it's cool. I love it. It's a good pastime. It's like relaxing. It doesn't.
Totally.
Sometimes it doesn't feel relaxing,
Yeah.
and you're not doing good. When you're doing good, it's great.
Facts.
If you're sucking, you're like, I gotta get off. I'm about to smash something,
Yep.
But it's cool. That's the only game I really play, to be honest. Other games look cool, but I just stick with Call of Duty. You know what I mean? I like the first person shooter aspect. I don't like third person. I don't like story modes. I just want online run and gun. I don't like strategic stuff. I'm not trying to sit and like battle royale.
Yeah.
It's cool, but if you die and your team can't buy you back, I'm sitting there for 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
I play Plunder.
You're sitting there waiting to get back in. You're like, no, this is
Nah. I play Plunder. You die, you come back. It's like a big multiplayer, I guess.
Cool.
If you want to, you just try to collect money. First team gets to 1 million. You kill the team, they drop money, you take it.
Yep.
Cool. It's fast paced. You're not waiting around 10 years. But
totally.
Yep. Yeah. I'm over there with the headset on. My wife walks out. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm just. She's like, "You're 36 years old." I'm like, "Dude, what do you want me to do? You want me to be out at the bar? I'm chilling in the house playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, totally.
Just hanging out. I enjoy it. It's cool.
No, that's one of the things. It's like if you're not a gamer, it all seems ridiculous. Like especially like the PC gamers that have like the big ass computers, like triple monitors, like big old headset, like crazy mouse, huge
on
keyboard,
Twitch,
like
right, twitched out, drinking G Fuel, spazzing out.
Totally, yeah.
Right, but hey, man, those guys make a ton of money, man. If you get a good following, man, you could kill it. You know,
it's crazy. Like,
I watch a couple of big time people. At night, I'm just hanging out. I'll throw it on. It's cool because Nick Merckx and I think his name is Swag. I like those guys because they're entertaining, but they're more of like my speed. I'm relatable to them. The stuff they talk about, and this, it's like I'm like, all right, cool. Other guys are super good, but their content's a little boring. It's like I like watching them play, but I also like when they chop it up and talk about fun stuff. So. But it's entertaining, man, and those guys are just having fun and just making money, man.
Yeah, just
people donate for nothing. They're like, hey, you're so and so. Let me give you $20 to watch you play. I want to be a part.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing about it. And like even if they just want to like get like a message across, because I don't know about YouTube has it too, but like Twitch, you can like do a donation and like have like a message play or something like during the stream. But then like it's just crazy. Like
just want to be seen and heard.
Yeah, but that whole I'm nowhere near a good enough gamer because I hardly ever play. But like that, like to have that as like your job and like content creation, like that would be ideal.
That's sick though.
Yeah.
Nah, those guys, they crush it, man. But and then when like a new game comes out, they're streaming for like 24 hours. I'm like, holy smokes, I can get like 2 hours, a solid 2 hours, and I'm like, I'm over this. But hey,
totally.
Those guys are sitting down. The more time they play, the more they're making.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit. But that's the new wave. You know what I mean? Totally. Like, more power to them, man. They found a way to make money doing what you love. Why not? That's awesome. Yeah, I gotta get on that.
Honestly, Yeah, that's why I'm trying to grind with this YouTube channel and get it big enough that I can just do this all day.
Yeah, no, it's cool. This is like this is my first podcast.
Hmm.
I've never done anything like this. Never like even when I do videos for Beer Brothers, like I don't talk really. I
Yeah, fair.
just it's something I have to try to do, you know, and I
Yeah,
will get there doing that. But
yeah,
um, it's it's uh it's just something. I was always the type that just sit back, you know, watch,
yeah,
you know, I never center of attention type of guy, you know. So,
yeah, totally.
but you know, it's cool though. I like, you know, this is pretty fun, man.
Yeah,
Chopping it up,
100%.
just hanging out. I dig this a lot. It's cool.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's why
Super
like
chill.
that's why I've kept doing it. Like I've, cause it's a lot of fun.
It is.
Editing it is super easy. Like
That's cool.
so I'll do it, and then Zoom will just automatically convert it. Then I'll move it into iMovie, like add the thumbnail. Well, you'll see
Sick.
when this video comes out.
Yeah,
Like add the thumbnail, add some intro music, add my like video intro, and then like
nice. It's
add
fun, man.
add the thumbnail at the end and some music, and that's it. And then just
Yeah.
export. And all these discussions that I've done on my channel,
Hmm.
I've done way better than any of my other videos. Like every single one of
Nice. Good
them.
for you, man. Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, which is really cool. It's really exciting to see because it's like doesn't take a lot of work to do,
Yeah.
but
You just
it's
got to do it, you know?
yeah, I would definitely say it's more fun than like doing like a normal video, like a review or like an unboxing or
Of
something like that.
course. Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
that, you gotta like have all your talking points and like
Yeah.
have all your information, like and then like have like your like main talking
Hmm.
footage and then like your B-roll, and it's just
And people, to be honest, I feel like now, like, people don't want to sit for longer than like 10 minutes if you're doing something along those lines. If you're watching people talk and chop it up and fun, it feels like you're there with them. That's
yeah,
cool. You could sit. I sat for like 3 hours, 4 hours to watch the podcast, you know.
yeah, yep,
But when you get to like, for instance, like if you're trying to fix something, right? You're on YouTube typing something and like how to fix my dryer.
yeah,
And the guy's just like blabbing and blabbing. I'm like, dude, get to the point, man. This is like a how-to video. Just
yeah,
show me what I gotta do. Like, I don't want to hear about nothing else. Just get to the point. If it's past, you know, like 10 minutes, I think people lose interest
yeah,
fast now, you know. So if it's not if you're not hitting those points quick, it's people just want to get out. They don't want to sit
totally,
there, you know.
yeah, and like
But
I had something I want to say, but now it's
man,
it'll come back to me. But yeah, it's like
even with music, I
yeah,
remember growing up, like a song would be like 4.5 minutes long, you know, 3.5. Now a song's like a minute 30 seconds. You're like,
yeah,
what the hell? Like,
yeah. Like
you know?
I've listened to albums that are like 23 minutes long in their entirety. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
There's
That's not
like
enough.
8 tracks.
Especially if it's a good album, it's like, oh, I want more. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The tracks back it used to be like 15 tracks,
yeah, 15,
you know,
20
and
tracks. Like, yeah,
now it's like 8 and they're 1 minute long. You're like, what the hell, dude? But again, that's what I feel like that's what it's all about. You live with it for the moment. Back in the day, it used to like when you're driving around, you had a CD, you like lived with
yeah,
that CD for like months,
yeah,
you know, and you listened and you had to wait for another one to come out. It wasn't that you didn't get them that often. There wasn't so much stuff out. So you got to live with that song and that album, but now it's just like the album lives for like a week and a half, and it's like already old. You know, it's
hmm,
like, oh, it's old. That's old. You know, now it's just on to the next thing. It just
yeah,
moves so quick with everything. You know,
yep,
nobody sits and enjoys anything no more. You
yeah,
know?
totally. No, and I've always been like big into like all kinds of music and like
Yeah,
deliberately like trying to have like a different variety. But there's like a lot of people that like they listen to one type of genre and that's it.
yeah,
It's like it's
yeah. I listened to like I grew up with hip hop,
yeah,
and then you know I like
yeah,
the
New
alt.
York. That makes sense.
Yeah, and then my dad was always into like classic rock.
Yep,
You know, so growing up, he always had that on, so that I still listen to like
yep,
in the car. You know, big time. If there's nothing on I like, I just throw on the classic rock. You know,
yep.
and then you know, even sometimes I'm in the mood for some Frank Sinatra, just kicking back.
Totally,
You know,
for sure.
relaxing, catching the
Yep.
vibe. You know, like
Hmm.
I like it all. My wife likes country. She likes it all, but
Yeah.
sometimes she throws on the country when we're getting ready or something, and
Yeah.
you know, it's more like pop country, I guess, you
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
like
Fair. Yeah.
alternative country, something. And I'm just like, hey, if it sounds good, I'll listen to it, you
Yeah.
know,
Totally.
right?
Yeah.
So
100%. yeah, variety is the spice of life.
That's it, man. Yeah, you gotta venture out.
Hmm.
Can't be stuck in that box. There's so much more out there, you know. What about
Totally.
tattoos? You have any tattoos?
Nah, not yet. I would like
None.
to do a sleeve eventually, but like
Nice.
that requires lots of money, which
Nah, yeah, it's expensive and it
yeah,
takes a long time.
yeah,
Takes a
but yeah,
long time.
definitely at some point for sure.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. What do
I
you?
started I started when I was like 18, got my
Okay,
first tattoo.
cool.
And then I always loved tattoos as a kid. Like
Yeah.
my uncle had one, he was in the service.
Oh,
And he
cool.
had like on his arm, he had like an eagle. And you could barely
Nice.
see it. You know,
Yeah.
it was like done so poorly. But I always thought like growing up, man, that's so cool. He was like the only
Yeah.
guy I knew with a tattoo, you know?
Yeah. Totally.
And I was like, yeah, when I get older, dude, I'm getting tattoos, you know. And
100%.
some people look at like I have my one leg done, I have my chest done, my
Yeah.
rib, my arms, I'm
Yeah.
got it all. And then some people are like, no, aren't you gonna regret that? I'm like, no.
No.
Like I love it so much that I would never regret it. You know, if you're gonna regret a tattoo, don't get one.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know.
No, you got to think carefully about it. You can't just rush
Yeah,
into it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just have a bunch of skulls and stuff.
Cool.
And some people think like just because you have to have a tattoo has to mean something, right? Like, oh, what's
No,
the meaning? It's just
not
like, dude,
always.
I love skulls. You know, I
Yeah.
love flames and it's just badass. I like it. You know, it just
Yeah.
resonates with me. You know, it doesn't always have to mean some deep meaning behind it. You know.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I've seen a couple people recently that I follow on Instagram getting the logo of like a big beard company like permanently tattooed on them, and I'm like,
Oh wow.
I I don't get it. I don't like.
Yeah,
You
no,
think you'd
that's
ever do that?
wild.
Like put like a company logo like as one of your tattoos?
Oh shit, if they're gonna pay me for it. So I'll
That
wear it for life.
that's what I'm thinking is
I
happening.
want royalties. I want a check every month. Nah,
Yeah,
I would never do that.
no,
Nah. Mm-mm.
never.
No way. No way. That's
Yeah,
wild.
but yeah, yeah. I
I
won't.
mean, if you're a diehard, I get it, I guess, but
I mean, even still, it's
yeah, nah, no.
like, what if you just like at some point like have like a horrible experience with the company, or like
Oh, that would
there's
suck.
some like massive scandal that comes out about the company. They're involved in like fraud or
They
like.
don't have beards. Nah.
Well, actually, that company that I was mentioning that the guys are getting their like getting the tattoos on them. Their like main product designer is beardless,
Oh wow.
and it's a beard company. I'm like,
Wow.
that's
Yeah,
out of character.
hey.
But there's all kinds of inconsistencies in that
Yeah.
place.
But yeah, as far as like another, nah, I would never,
No,
never in a million years. No
never.
way.
I mean,
Nope.
like it would have like if they're paying me, like it would have to be a significant amount of money because like
Oh, for sure.
and have to be like the one that I've seen. It's like getting it like right on his chest. Like
Yeah.
it's like that's so obvious. You like walk around the beach, everybody's seeing that. Like
Yeah. You know what it is too? Like, I understand, excuse me, tattoos, right? Like, no matter what anybody gets, I'll never say like, oh, why did you get that? Because
yeah,
it's them, right? So like,
totally.
excuse me, they can do whatever they want, but
Yeah, exactly.
as far as like me doing it, no. But if they, hey man, if they like love that company so much, like I
Yep.
guess cool, but you better make sure you love that company till the day you die, you know, or it could be covered up, you know, like it's,
Honestly, yep.
you know, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
That's a crazy one right there.
it's definitely serious dedication or financial compensation.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. But yeah,
Gotta
good
be
for the company, right? That's
100%.
promotion right there.
Yeah, yeah, and like
Walking billboard.
yeah, like the one guy that I've seen doing that, like he's closing in on like 10,000 followers, so he's got like a decent audience. So like
Yeah,
that's a lot of exposure like for the
yeah,
company. It's just like
yeah.
good for them, but I would
Mm,
personally
yeah, man.
I would feel so weird about that.
Yeah, nah, I know.
Like it's one thing with like clothes and like wrapping like a company like a clothing company
Of
because
course.
that's just clothes. It's not on you like that specific like shirt or hoodie or whatever. It's not on you.
Yeah,
You can switch it out. But like like a cool logo is cool. But as a
yeah. You want
tattoo,
to?
it's like
Yeah, You can't untake. Yeah, sure. You could rep for the day, take it off, and you're like, hey, tomorrow I want to rep a different company,
Yep.
or just like another day. But yeah, with that tattoo, dude, you're locked in, man.
Yeah.
You're locked in.
Yeah, totally. I this is one of the got a couple more crazy questions, but then
Cool.
we can get wrapping up. Let you go.
I'm on your time, bro. I ain't doing nothing.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, I got 5 written down, but that I've had times where I've like had like a certain number written down, and then it spawns into like I'll
Of
have one
course.
question to go for. Like I had one episode of my last podcast that I asked the video editor like what his video editing process was, and we talked for like half an hour. Just
Yeah,
went through and
sure.
like showed the whole process.
Yeah.
What do you think about the moon landing? Like, do you think that like have you heard the theories
Was it
that that's
hoax?
yeah? What do you
Yeah.
think?
Like the footage, right? You're talking about like the
Yeah,
footage that was
yeah,
done.
yeah,
Yeah. I definitely think it was. Well, I can't say definite, right? Like
but
this is with a grain of salt, right? So
yeah, of
like
course,
it looks suspicious.
for sure.
It looks like it could be easily faked, and then you see the circumstances behind it, like, oh, wait, they recreated it at like Walt Disney, right, or something like that, or something. Like I forgot. I think I was on Joe Rogan's. They were talking about
Yeah,
it, and it looked like the dude, like the guy that got pulled back or lifted up. Was he like
yeah,
laying down and then sprung up, or vice versa? I can't remember, but it looked like he almost would have something on his back, like pulling him,
yeah,
to like stand him up. And uh, do I think we've been to the moon? Probably.
for sure.
Why didn't we go back? I don't,
Yep,
why,
yep.
why,
That's the thing.
yeah,
Why?
like, I
What?
guess, I mean, to me, like the moon, no matter how many times you've been there, to me, it would be like super cool to go back and just keep
Yeah.
exploring it, Maybe there's some crazy aliens where they're repping the moon and they're like, dude, don't come back. This is us.
Yeah, yeah. They saw some like insane like
Yeah.
alien like fortress. They're like, nope.
Yeah, they got gangs on the moon, man. They gang banging up there, you know.
Yeah, the alien gangs roll up. And they're like,
Yo, man, I'm
nope.
telling you.
Leave your flag, but don't come
Yeah,
back.
that's repping right there, bro. Trying to leave the United States, they ain't having that. Even Mars, right? There's like a face on Mars, and then like
Yeah.
the rover. Did you see the rover? There was like when the rover was on Mars, like cruising along, you almost saw like a shadow of like
Oh,
a
I think
figure
I think
behind
I've
it.
seen that. Yep.
Yeah. Again, I mean, it could be endless, man. Did you ever hear the theory of like we lived on Mars and we basically destroyed Mars and then
Oh,
voyaged to the Earth, and
interesting.
then yeah, like I guess we destroyed Mars so bad that we went to Earth, and now like
Mm.
I guess the first man and woman were like two survivors in a sense or whatever that
Oh,
went to
interesting.
Earth
Yep.
from Mars, like who like what we're doing here, we're destroying Earth, right? So like
Yep.
let's just say now we're trying to get to Mars.
Yep.
So it could be the same thing but the other way around. I don't know. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool to think about though.
Yeah. Totally. It's honestly with space, like anything's possible.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. 650 million people worldwide watched the moon landing.
Wow. Yeah, look at that. Especially that time, that was like, man, could you imagine?
Yeah.
Now it's
Totally.
like, oh, we've been to the moon. Oh, so what? But
Yeah.
back then,
Yeah. Because like
what?
the tech I think the computer that was like that controlled it had like 2 megabytes of like memory or something like that.
Well, yeah, your phone has more.
Yeah,
It's
and
crazy.
now my Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, 16 gigs of memory, like
For sure.
up to a terabyte of storage. Like
Yeah, me too. I got 2 terabytes I had to
yeah,
do.
yep,
Yeah, but could you imagine back then just looking at that?
totally.
Like, what? We're at the moon, man. Like,
Yeah,
that's like sci-fi. That's like Star Trek stuff, man.
totally.
I love
Yeah,
Star Trek. You ever watch the old Star Trek one?
nah, never.
60s or 70s?
I've always been a big Star Wars guy, but
Star
never
Wars, okay.
never really got into Star Trek. But
Yeah.
it's pretty popular.
I love the old Star Trek. I
Yeah.
love it, man. It's just like when you watch it, it's so cheesy, but there's always like a good mess. I like old cheesy movies,
Oh,
like
totally.
especially 80 movie, like
Yep.
Total Recall is like
Oh.
so bad, but it's so good, you know? Like
Facts. Yep. Yeah, I've seen that one.
it just feels so different, you know? It's
Yeah,
cool.
totally. No,
It's
it's
cool.
just everything about it. Totally. Like I've seen like pretty much all of Arnold Schwarzenegger's like big
Yeah.
movies that he was in, and it's just like like you compare the original Terminator to like even this just the second one, like
Oh, for
the
sure.
difference
Yeah.
in quality is just crazy. Like
And you know what it is when they built stuff, they had to like build physical things for the set.
yeah,
Now everything's CGI. So like, yeah, it looks super corny. When you build it, it looks so bad, but it's still real, you
yeah,
know?
exactly. It's all real and
Yeah,
it's
it
like
just has a
tangible
different
and like
feel. I like it.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah, it's and I feel like that would be like somebody like those like older actors like Al Pacino or like
Hmm.
Robert De Niro, like those guys that have been in movies forever. Like I feel like them like it's probably so weird for them acting like back in the day versus like now that they're
Oh
older and
yeah,
like I feel like being like for them being part of a movie is so different than it was at the time.
definitely. It has to
It's,
be, you know?
like so much more like more gear, bigger crews, more locations, bigger budget. Like
Yeah, about to say more money, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
What what's your favorite mobster movie? Like mafia
ah
movie or
yeah.
something?
I haven't seen very many. I started watching The Godfather, but
Hmm.
I started watching it and then like started my last podcast, which I was doing like 7 episodes a week. So that
Oh
was just
wow.
all my time.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm almost done school for the semester, like as of December. So I might even like Halloween. I'm working till 6, and then I might just come home and like watch something. But
Yeah.
the only one I've really seen is Irishman and like a little bit of The Godfather. What?
Gotcha. Yeah, The Godfather, so many series.
Yeah. What about
Those
you?
are long movies. Probably like Bronx Tale or Goodfellas, I would
Okay.
have
Yep.
to say, and
Yeah.
even Casino was a really good movie. But yeah, those are like classics, you know.
Yeah. Totally.
We live, probably about an hour and a half away. I've been to the diner that was filmed in Goodfellas,
Oh, cool.
where Ray Liotta, yeah, and
Yeah.
De Niro sit and stuff like that. I actually been to that diner, sat in the same booth and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And the
Nice.
diner is like a hole in the wall. And I think the only way it's surviving is the fact that it was in that movie. You know,
100%.
that people just go there because of that and then eat and support them because the food was horrible. It was
Yep.
run down. It was like nothing has changed. I'm like, how the hell does this place stay open? But I guess it's doing it. You know, it's pretty
Totally.
cool to go see.
Yeah. So there's a hotel that's right near my house called the Albion and it's like a super old hotel. So it's 155 years old.
Wow.
And there's like I've heard that Al Capone would like come down from Chicago or wherever he was at and like hang out at the Albion like
Oh wow.
here where I live, and like supposedly because there's a big church, like a big Catholic church right across the street, and supposedly there's secret tunnels between the church and the basement of the Albion, where like the nuns from the church would like go underground and like drink at the bar with like Al Capone and like his
Oh,
guys.
that's sick. That's cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. I wouldn't doubt it.
100%.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
and like every time because I pass by it fairly frequently, and it's
Mm.
like this is so close to me, but like so much history.
Yeah, it's amazing with the, you know, just in your own town, if you really dug deep, how much,
Totally.
you know, history. It's just little stuff that you drive, like you said, you drive by it all the time, but until you sit back and think about what it was, you know.
Totally. And apparently, I'm just reading this article here. It's rumored to be haunted by the mistress of Al Capone.
Oh wow.
Yeah, opened in 1856.
Wow.
Opened its doors, operating as a hotel and bar. Its 1913 room rate was $1.50 a day,
Wow.
including
That's
cigars, liquor, and wine.
wow. Yeah, look at that, huh?
Yeah, basement that led up to Catholic Hill under the Church of Our Lady Immaculate.
Hmm.
Long since collapsed and boarded up, it's believed during the Prohibition era, one tunnel served to bring water up to the hotel from a spring under the church, while the other transported kegs of hotel-brewed beer to bootleggers who would drive their
Nice.
trucks around to the back of the church.
Running the operation over there.
Yeah, as no guest books or records were kept, her true identity remained believed to be the one-time jilted mistress of Al Capone, the Lady in White,
Wow.
as her ghost is known. Jeez.
Yeah, it was definitely a different time back then.
So, rumor has it the two workers killed in a fire that burned down the Albion stables in 1871 just won't leave. Still apply their trade. That's crazy.
You know when they say that, like, just won't leave, like, why won't you leave?
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to stay there? Like, you
Yeah.
go so many places if you're a spirit. Like, well, let's just stay here. Like, I'm trying to be out.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm trying to go.
Trying to explore and like.
Yeah, right. Like, let's just stay here for hundreds of years. Nah, man, I'm
Yeah,
out.
no. But yeah, it's crazy. Have you seen the movies The Matrix?
Oh yeah, of course,
Yep.
of course. Yeah, those are super classic movies that I love
Totally. Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I watched them. I watched one of them for like during a history class a couple years ago, and like rewatching it like as I'm like a little older,
Yeah,
like and then like walking down the hallways of my school, like nobody's talking to each other, everybody's sitting there on their phones. I'm like,
we're in the Matrix.
this is the Matrix. Like,
Yeah, it's wild and
yeah,
when stuff like when you watch a movie, right, like you just said, or anything, like when you watch it when you're young, you're watching the movie, but when you revisit it when you're older and like really understand, it's
yeah,
like
you're like
it
thinking about
changes
it.
everything.
Yeah.
It's cool. But yeah, the Matrix, no matter how many times I've seen it when it's on, TV or something, I'll sit and watch because it's so cool.
Totally. Yeah, and like even still, like as old as it is, it still stands up. Like it's still like an
Oh, it
enjoyable movie
holds
to
its
watch.
time for sure.
Yeah. Like there's some older movies that are like so like we were talking about earlier, that are so
Yeah.
painfully cheesy, but like The Matrix is still epic. Like the hotel scene when he's like shoot like just going crazy,
Dodging
like
the bullets and
yeah,
stuff.
like
Yeah,
flipping around bullets, like emptying like
are they
tons of
supposed to make
clips.
a new one?
Yeah, they are. They're working on a new one.
They are, right? Is
Yep.
Keanu Reeves in it or no?
Yep. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, you
But
think he's still gonna be dodging them bullets like that? How
oh,
old he is now?
for sure. 100%. Well, because like I don't know if you've seen the John Wick movies, but
Of course,
yeah, I think he does his own stunts on that too, like on those
yeah,
movies, and yeah,
yeah. He like trained like
yeah,
legit for the like the shooting aspect. Like he learned how to like really shoot the gun and
yeah,
correct maneuvers and
yeah, and so I think so before like COVID changed it, but there like the initial plan was to have the new version of the Matrix, like new episode of the Matrix, and and John Wick Chapter 4 air at the same time, like on like be
oh,
in
cool.
theaters at the same time,
That'd
which
be
would have
sick.
been so epic and just like
Yeah, that's wild. I like
he's like
him as an actor. He's
oh
really good.
totally yeah, and he's like
Super humble.
yeah super humble and like kind of become like so much more like famous like recently and like
Yeah.
generally more well known.
Yeah,
Which is really cool.
I knew him from, like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I got kind of introduced to him. But
Totally.
he was like a rock star then.
Yeah.
But he's cool. I like him
Yeah.
as an actor.
Totally. And like the thing I like most about the John Wick movies, there's not like some people like you could argue that the story is not like super deep and like introspective and like complicated, but it's just like I've always described it as just like a good fun like just dude movie. Like
Oh, 100%. That movie's badass, man. It's super. Yeah, it's awesome. It's
yeah.
really cool. I love
Yeah,
it. I'll watch. That's a movie that's on. I'll watch, no matter how
100%.
many times I've
Yeah,
seen it.
every day. Yeah,
For
100%.
sure.
And yeah, I'm just reading here. So in the total 3 movies so far, he has about 300 total kills.
Dang.
77 in part 1, 128 in part 2, 94 in part 3.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's the best part of the movie when he's going off, killing all them damn people.
Yep,
All
facts.
his moves and stuff. It's sick.
Yeah,
it's
and then I love the sequence in part 3 when like he's getting like hunted by all the different assassins and he's like killing them in all these like crazy ways, like kills the big dude in the beginning with like a book, like
Yeah.
It's the one guy with a pencil, like
Yeah, exactly. Right?
yeah,
Nah, that's good.
yeah,
Nice action. Great
totally,
action.
yeah. No, I love those movies, like friggin' awesome movies. What do you think about the theory that Elon Musk is an alien? You
Oh
think that could
man.
be possible, or like a robot, something like that?
Man, he could be from another world. That guy is him and like, right, Einstein and Tesla. Though I mean,
Yeah,
those dudes had some unique minds.
totally.
I think another world possibly, but I think just every now and again somebody's born just to change the world.
Yeah, totally.
I think that guy is just one of those people that just are gifted.
Yeah,
They probably come far and few between, but think about what those people have done and the way they're changing the world. I think it's almost like they were put here for a reason.
yeah, totally.
I mean, those guys are the brain power those guys have,
Yeah,
and
like I don't know how Elon Musk sleeps. Like the number, like he owns like 5 or 6 companies, something like that. Like
yeah.
he's got like a wife and like 3 or 4 kids, something like that. Like
Didn't he name his kid like some weird like
yeah,
equation or
yeah.
something?
Well, his wife is crazy. Or I don't even know if they're married. Hold up. Elon Musk. Like Elon
Yeah, that
Musk.
dude's crushing
Baby.
it.
Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, show the baby boy's first name is X, middle name as AEAXII, and surname is Musk. Like
Yeah, that's wild. I guess when
what?
you're super rich like that, you could just do some random stuff like it. But like, why would you want like? I don't know. I feel bad for the kid,
Oh, 100%.
But he's Elon Musk is his dad, so he's probably like, what are you gonna
Yeah.
do?
Yeah. So there is a rumor that the name could be pronounced Kyle somehow. I don't.
Yeah, how the hell would you do that?
I don't. But then apparently Grimes is referring her son as Little X.
Little X, isn't that
Well,
like a rapper or something?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, X. Yeah, hold up.
Oh, that dude that passed away, right? He
Yeah,
got shot up.
yep,
I can't keep up with all the new rappers. I'm
yeah.
still
Fair.
stuck,
Yeah, there's
and
so many.
yeah, there he is.
Yeah,
He got shot up, right?
yep, yeah. He was buying a motorcycle, and actually, there's video of the dudes that shot him walking past him in the motorcycle dealership.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen
Yeah,
that. I seen that. Yep.
which
And I
is
think he kind of knew him too, right, or
yeah,
something like that.
yeah. I think he did,
That's fucked up.
which is just it's just wild. Like
Nah, yeah, that's people are just, you know what I mean? There's no coming back from that.
yeah,
It's just, it's every day you leave your house, man, you're just running the risk of just some crazy stuff happening.
no, literally, especially when you're like as famous as he was, and like from the, like he's from Florida,
Hmm.
so like all it's just yeah, just crazy, like and he's like there's all kinds of like crazy stories about him, like when he was in jail he like stabbed a guy or something like that, and like when he was like supposedly when he was like 7, like he like some dude was like beating up his mom, and he like stabbed the dude somehow, like something crazy like that. It's
Yeah.
just wild, like
Yeah. Nah, it's what a shame, you know what I mean?
yeah, honestly, and like that's like this other guy who's actually
Yeah,
from
Pop
New York,
Smoke.
Pop Smoke,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like he I guarantee he could have been like as
Yeah, he
big
was
as
up
like
and coming
as
for
50
sure.
Cent. He's the same age as me. Like he died when he was 20.
Yeah, nah, it's yeah, and that's your whole motive when you're coming up is to make it, and then when you
Yeah,
make it, and just people just get jealous,
yeah,
and I don't
100%.
know, you
Oh, he was expelled from 8th grade for bringing a gun to school, apparently.
know. Dang,
Yeah, I was born in Brooklyn, New York. That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, dang, brought a gun to say. How old was he? 8?
He 8th grade, so he was like
Oh, eighth grade. All right,
yeah,
yeah.
so he was like
Still,
13.
still,
That's crazy. That's
dang,
gangster.
ain't nobody taking his lunch money.
Yeah, but then like, oh yeah, was arrested by federal authorities in 2020, January 17th, 2020, and charged with transporting a stolen vehicle across state lines.
Mhm. All that money.
That's crazy. After Pop Smoke had reportedly borrowed it in California for a music video.
Wow.
That's gangster. But then,
Yeah.
and he should still be alive. But he posted a photo on Instagram, like of like a bag that he got, and you could see his address in the.
Yeah.
Hold up.
And he was telling people to like pull up on him or something like that, right? And somebody actually did.
Yeah.
But he was at a party, right, or something like that.
No,
And
he was just in his house.
no, they said he was on like an Instagram live or something
Oh
that
yeah,
the
yeah, something
night
like
he
that.
got killed, and he was like flaunting money and telling
Yeah, well,
people,
look,
like,
yeah,
you
that's
know where I am or something.
yeah,
Or
well, that's the bag right there. He like took a picture of the address and like,
yeah,
especially like when you have that's just like
yeah,
he was still young, so that's just
yeah,
young dude like over cockiness like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's what got him like it's
I guess because like I don't know, some people get a lot of money and then just never had that much money
yeah
and just get wild and lose all types of just sense, I guess. I don't know.
yeah totally
I mean, I get it. Like, you get a lot of money, you're happy, you want to flaunt it, but I guess there's just rules you still have to follow, you know?
yeah well yeah there's another rapper who's kind of trash but like he's entertaining he's also like
Oh, yeah,
it's
Lil Pump.
yeah oh
Lil Pump.
hold up what Lil Pump endorses Trump for
Ah,
upcoming election. No way.
that shit's fake.
Showed his
What?
support for Trump after Joe Biden's proposed tax hikes. Ha! 50 Cent did the same thing recently.
Yeah, they ain't trying to pay those taxes.
Yeah.
That ain't real. Is that real? No
Nah.
way. I was
Nah.
about to
No.
say.
That's look at it. That's the way he's sitting. Like that.
Yeah,
Like he's leaning.
that's Putin right there. They put his head on there. That's wild.
Yeah.
But if that looks so real, right?
I know. It's crazy. Like
Lil Pump. This little. If you're a rapper now, your name's got to be Little something.
honestly.
The Littles are killing it right now.
Yeah. Facts. But like,
Oh, not even Little. It's Lil.
well, yeah. Yeah. That's a that's
Lil Pump a
yeah.
billionaire.
Net worth of 8 million.
8 million. That's what's up.
That's the crazy thing. Like all these guys, like none of them have like what you would call like good music, but and it's the same with I don't know if you know Takashi 69.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Like that dude is a marketing genius.
Oh, for sure, man.
Like when he got out of jail, like every song he put out does 1 million views in a day or like in a
Yeah.
matter of hours. Like
He had somebody pulling him around in a wagon, I saw.
yeah, yeah, and like his
In a
Instagram
little
live,
red wagon.
yeah, like his Instagram live that he did, like broke the Instagram record. Like
Oh, shit.
it's just crazy. Like
People just want entertainment,
oh,
you know?
and he's
And
awesome at that.
drama. Yeah, oh, yeah, trolling and all that. Yeah.
Like
He makes fun of himself, too. That's what you got to do, you know?
like literally
Yeah, there it is.
the first music video he released. Yeah, he was like for his song because like one of his songs he put a rat
Yeah.
like, emoji on his head.
Yeah,
After, like everyone
that's
was calling him a rat. It's like
yeah. You know, that's that old thing. Like, if you make fun of yourself, then how can somebody make fun of you? You know,
exactly
like type of deal.
He's like
I mean,
crushing
hey,
that.
he knows what he's doing. He's making money, a lot of money too.
And then like after he was done house arrest, he went on Instagram Live and was like walking around the streets of New York, and I was watching it. I was like, I feel like I'm about to watch this guy get killed on Instagram
Yeah,
Live.
yeah,
Like I was like legitimately like nervous because like his music is kind of funny and it's like entertaining to listen to, but like
yeah.
and I feel like if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen while he's on Instagram Live. Like
I wouldn't doubt it.
like if I was him, I would be holed up in the middle of nowhere somewhere. Like I wouldn't go anywhere. But he does have
Even
like a ton of security with him. Like,
yeah, but even that, you know,
still, it's
your
and, like,
security is hired security. So do you still trust them? Because if somebody else wants you dead, right?
yeah,
Let's say you're paying your security guard, I don't know, $300,000 a year. I don't know. I'm just making up a number.
yeah,
They might approach that security guard. Hey, I'll pay you $1 million to let your guard down. You know,
yeah.
what ties does he have to 6ix9ine? It's not like it's his brother or
True.
like a family member that
Yeah,
even
like
that you still got to watch, but still, you know, like you just can't trust nobody at that point.
100%. Like
It's scary.
yeah, and then oh yeah, he posted this this photo on Instagram, and then they had to relocate him because
Yeah.
like some teenage girl that lived like in like the
Was
house
filming him,
behind him, like
right?
across the street. Yeah, like
Yeah.
filmed him like sitting on his balcony, and they had to relocate. And it's like, oh no.
Yeah, no, I seen that. She's
Yeah,
like, yeah, 6'9", he's right across the street, or
and you're
whatever.
like,
Yeah,
well, I was like when I saw that, I was like, he's probably dead. But they
he looks
reiterated
like
that.
what's his name there with all the colors? Riff Rav.
Oh, true. Yep.
That dude's entertaining too. He was like the first one to do all that crazy color shit and be
Yeah.
entertaining.
So, hold up. Is it a million? Yeah, $10 million shadow security team apparently.
Wow. Holy shit.
$125 an hour. Oh no, so that's the standard rate. Yeah, so that would roughly cost 6'9", 1.9 million. Although Hollyman said he would reduce the rate considering the length of the job.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
like,
that's a lot of money, man.
yeah, 22-person team. Like, that's insane.
For your safety.
Yeah, and then like as soon as he like got out of like after he was like walking New York, he went to like LA, and he was like went to like the neighborhood by like where Nipsey Hussle like had his store,
Hmm.
and then like was like taking videos, and then like it's just like
No, it's a
it's
different.
yeah, it's just a whole nother level of just like over comfort.
Yeah,
like
and who
like
like
that's
you got all that money, but I wouldn't even want to live like that.
no.
You need that many security guards. You never like
Yeah, like
you don't have a peace of mind. And for me, a peace of mind is worth all that money. You know what I
oh,
mean?
100%. No, I'd rather be able to
Like
walk down the
you
street and
can't do
like
nothing.
yeah, and like
Yeah,
literally be like head on a swivel at all times. Like
I never know.
no,
Yeah, I'm good off that.
yeah, no, especially because it's happened so many times. Like
People just want to be famous.
yeah,
You
well, I mean,
know?
John Lennon, that like
Yeah,
crazed fan. Like
exactly, exactly.
yep,
Pretty wild.
yeah. Have you heard like about the whole like thing with that like Suge Knight was involved in Tupac's death?
Oh yeah, yeah, of course.
You think that's
I don't
possible?
believe it. Nah,
Nah,
I think Tupac was making him. I mean, again, I'm just saying my thoughts.
for sure. Yeah,
I think he was making too much money for him. Like, why would he want to? Why
yeah,
would he want him dead? You know what I mean? Like that dude was making him tons of money. And then when you see that fight that broke out in Vegas when they beat up that I
yeah,
think the dude was like a Crip.
yeah,
You know, so obviously they're gonna retaliate, which I think is probably the true story, how they rolled up
true.
on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that makes sense to me. Of
yeah,
course, everybody wants to believe Tupac is alive, this and that. It's like great, but as far as Suge wanting him dead, I can't see that. You know, I don't know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you
I
know,
don't know. I think that's definitely a valid point. But Easy E, I could 100% see Suge being involved in that.
oh yeah,
Like
for sure.
there's
The way he
there's
went down
yeah,
super quick like that.
yeah, like because there's it's like known that there was like a they had like a disagreement like over and like that Suge threatened Easy E
Yeah,
over like releasing Dr. Dre from the contract or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And so I would be surprised if he like pulled up on him, like hit him with a needle, like and then like just kept it
Where you could
moving.
have anybody do it, especially Suge back in the day. You could
Oh,
just pay a random person, right?
literally,
Like,
like
so
yeah,
I wouldn't doubt it.
yeah.
That one,
Suge Knight
definitely.
freaks me out.
Yeah, that dude's a big monster, man.
Like just
He had the beard though,
yep,
that iconic beard that
yep,
with the cigar and the whole red. They definitely were running it.
totally. Yeah, he's definitely very much like this old picture of him. Like he's
Yeah,
got the big gold chain, like the
yeah,
hat, like the suit, like
yep,
everything about him is like gangster, like mafia, like
yeah. Just the boss,
yeah,
just running it.
yeah. But then I think he's still in jail.
Yeah, he like ran somebody over in a gas station or something.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they were filming Straight Outta Compton. Yeah, like cause he claims that they pulled up on him with like a gun and like tried to stick a gun in the window,
Yeah,
but I don't know. And then he was like had all these like health issues when he was supposed to be in court. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Shug.
Going from the top, imagine that, like
Yeah,
killing it, just all that money and fame and stuff, and now you're in jail.
yeah, just and he's probably gonna be there for a while. Like,
Yeah. That dude had so much shit on him, they don't want him out, you know?
no, not by a long shot.
Yeah. It's the stuff all the stuff you do when you're young, you gotta pay for when you're older.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. So
Yeah.
you mentioned Nas was one of your favorite rappers. What are some of your other favorites?
Definitely Big Pun.
Okay, cool.
Big Pun. I'm gonna go DMX.
Nice. Yep.
Obviously Biggie,
Yep. Of course.
Jay-Z,
Yep.
then like Redman, Method Man.
Nice. Nice.
Basically, yeah, just a bunch of them old school dudes, I would say.
Totally.
But yeah, definitely, those are like my top, I would say my top 5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
that
Cool. Yeah.
resonate with me for sure. Yeah,
Totally.
nothing better.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Like, yeah. I've do you
That was
and
the first CD I ever bought, was a Nas CD.
oh,
Like
cool.
the
Which album?
first, yeah, It Was Written.
Okay. Cool. Yep.
Yeah, I remember going to like Kmart with my dad buying like the boom box, that you
Nice.
like sit on your dresser and like
Yep.
plug in with the CD. I remember getting that and
Yeah.
I got to pick out a CD and I got Nas, it was written, and
Nice.
I remember that moment, like walking in the store, picking it out, getting it home. And ever
Totally.
since then, yeah, man,
Yep.
he's been my favorite.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. I like substance rap, hip hop,
Of course. Yeah, that makes sense.
like
Yeah, it's I don't know. Yeah, I definitely listen to a mix. Like I'll listen to like the new stuff, like Pop Smoke and like 6ix9ine, like all those kind of
yeah,
guys. And then also like Snoop Dogg is one of my favorite artists of all time.
nice.
Like I'm trying to- I listened to some Biggie, not as much. Dr. Dre and WA I've listened to.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
Yeah, the new stuff I don't really get into too much. If it
Yeah,
sounds good on the radio, I'll listen to it. I don't go looking for it.
for sure.
When I'm in my car, I'll definitely still play, mid '90s to early 2000s stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and if I do put on something new, it's more or less like I like Drake. He
Yep.
kills it. Always got some good
True. Yep.
songs out, whatever. But as far as like a lot of the new people, I just know the big new people because they're always in the spotlight type of deal. Like those people you mentioned, I know who they are, but
Yeah.
there's probably a lot of underground people that are really good, but I'm not looking for that stuff no more.
Yeah, totally. Like I didn't know who Pop Smoke was like until I heard that he died. And then I
Yeah,
looked him up and
same with me.
yeah.
I actually heard his song and I didn't like it, and I'm like, this song is horrible. And
Do you remember
I
what song
I
it
don't know.
was?
I just the one that he says like Christian Dior.
Yeah, Dior. Yeah, Dior's the name
Yeah,
of
I
the
didn't
song.
like it. And I'm like, damn, this shit sucks. And I remember like a couple
Fair.
weeks after that, or he passed away.
Yep.
And I don't know. I just never, even his songs are on the radio. I don't like. It just doesn't hit with me.
No, that's fair.
You know?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a different style for sure.
Yeah, and which is
Yeah.
cool.
Totally.
Just not for me.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just looking at my my playlists. I've got some Busta Rhymes, Ice Cube, Nas,
Nice.
Jay-Z. Like my dad's always been big into Jay-Z, so I've
That's
grown up
cool.
listening
That's
to him.
sick.
Eminem is a definitely one of
Yeah, I
my
don't like
favorites.
Eminem.
Really?
Yeah, I hate him. I
Why?
don't like him. Never did. I just think he could rap good,
True.
right? But I feel like nobody's going to try to play his stuff at a barbecue. Nobody's
No.
riding around in a car listening to.
No.
So it didn't
Not at all.
age well, and to me, it never sat with. To me, it was too corny.
Ah, okay.
Like
Interesting.
his style and what he rapped about, like it was cool, but it wasn't like I'm definitely. I never bought an album. I never listened to it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm far and few between. People are like, "What are you crazy?" I'm just like, dude, I just
That's
don't
fair.
like him.
Yeah. No,
And then and plus, like when he came out, it was like sounds crazy, but if like you were the white kid, you had to like Eminem,
Yeah.
because he was like rapping. But I'm just like, I
yeah.
don't know. I just don't like him.
Yeah. No, that's
Like,
fair.
yeah, to me, I just his substance of what he raps about, like
Yeah.
that one song "Stan," that's cool,
Yeah.
and that one song that he did in his movie,
Yeah.
like
Lose
that was
yourself.
cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but other than that, like I don't know,
Yeah.
ain't messing with him.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah,
What do you think about Lil Wayne? Listen to him at all?
yeah, the old Little Wayne, yeah, definitely, he's good.
Yep.
I
Yep.
like him. French Montana, I
Okay.
like
Cool.
French. Max B,
Okay.
R&B stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
it's
about
fun.
Kanye?
Yeah, Kanye. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yep.
Kanye.
Yep.
He has a lot of controversy around him, but I still love Kanye. He's wild. He's crazy.
Yep.
He's not scared to think outside the box and just say it how it is. You know what I mean?
True.
People just look at that and they're like, "Oh, he's crazy," but so many people are boxed in. You know,
Yep.
try to say
Totally.
it's safe and stuff. It's just like, dude, no, just say what you got. I mean, yeah, he has his crazy moments, but so does everybody else. You know?
True. Facts. Have you listened to anything by Kendrick Lamar?
No, I never got into Kendrick Lamar at all.
Ah, interesting.
Um, Neither J. Cole. I heard they're really good.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
I'm kind
100%.
of slacking. Yeah, they
Yeah,
got
no,
their
they're
like.
those guys are both awesome.
Yeah, I never. I guess I'm just like that old guy that just stuck listening to what I listen to, you know, which is bad, but
No, that's
no.
fair. Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Um, yeah, so many different like genres of music and like
yeah,
styles, even like just within rap, like styles and all that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
Like the West Coast hip hop never resonated with me.
Interesting.
You know, even though like Snoop Dogg, yeah, he's the goat.
Of
He's one
course.
of a legend. His music, yeah, it was good, but it didn't. See, I don't think people aren't good just because it didn't resonate with me, right?
No,
So
for
like,
sure. Yeah,
yeah,
it's just not for you, but it doesn't
yeah,
necessarily mean
like
they're
it
not
didn't.
good.
I didn't catch that feeling, you know. Like when I
Yeah.
listen to certain artists, you know, it's like, oh, they resonated with me. So that's why when people are like, oh, the top 10, how did they put this on their top 10? But like that just it meant something to them,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
it
it's all
hit them
subjective.
different, you know. It's
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's just depends.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I love listening to music like unless I'm like actively like it's different now because I'm like my school's like all from home, but like when I was in school, if I wasn't like actively in class, I'm listening to music all
Yeah.
day every day. Like
Nah, music, man. Music and smell to me is like can bring you back in time.
100%.
Like you could listen to a song that you listened to in sixth grade. It brings you back to that moment, you
Yep.
know,
Yep.
and what you were
100%.
doing at that moment, who you were with, what was going on, and then a certain smell, you know, like
Totally.
I could smell a smell, you know, like cooking on the stove, and it automatically reminds me of like when my mom was cooking something up growing up. You know, it
Totally.
brings me back to being a
Yep.
kid in the living room while my mom's in there, you know, chefing it up. It's amazing, but
Yep.
it's so cool how that could something like that could do it to you. You know,
100%.
pretty neat just to go back, and you really feel like you're in that moment too for that couple of seconds. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
totally.
oh. I was in like a time machine going back to like my old little self.
Yep. Totally.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, 100%. Like there's a beard oil that I tried recently that smells like exactly like a Christmas tree. Like they literally
Oh, nice.
like juiced a Christmas tree and like put it in a beard oil and like
Yeah, that's an
just
amazing
like
smell.
going through like all like the different like things that happened at Christmas and like
Yeah,
going to like pick the
Christmas
Christmas
is a
tree
unique
and like
smell for
100%.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christmas tree smell is like, bro, I'll bring you back to when you were a kid. You know,
Mhm.
that's an amazing, especially Christmas time itself. But yeah, that smell, man. When my wife buys the candles, she already knows. Like,
Yep,
gotta
totally.
get the Christmas tree scent going.
Yep.
That's a mandatory. Get that smell going in the house. It's
Totally.
great.
Yep.
It's great.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But yeah, so we're just at about 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, damn,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, so I think cut it off here for this time.
All right,
Yeah,
sounds good.
get back on again at some point for sure.
Yeah, for sure,
With
bro. Definitely.
oh, why is my memory blanking? I got the dude that I was just talking to yesterday that I told you about. My brain is not working. Hold up, where's he at? Oh yeah, bearded rose.
Oh yeah, that's my dude right there.
Yep.
Shout out to Bearded Rose.
Yeah. So I was saying to him, I'm gonna get him on a podcast at some point, and then I want to get one with both you guys, which would be, I think that'd be dope.
Nah, hell yeah,
Just
hell
chop
yeah,
it up,
dude.
hang out, do this again. But like, and that's the thing that I found with podcasting. Like, when you get like a bunch of people on, like, there's a point where it just becomes chaos. But like 3 to 4, maybe 5 people, like you're just chopping it up, like
Yeah,
lots
that's
of different
sick.
things coming up. Yeah, so we'll definitely get that happening at some
Yeah,
point
set
soon.
me up with that for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Once
Hell
I get
yeah.
once I get him on, we'll
Mm-hmm.
we'll coordinate. Like I'm trying to do that like later on this week / like over the weekend. So
Cool.
get that done, get you back on
Yeah,
together.
hell
It'll be
yeah.
fire. Yeah,
Yep.
this is a ton of fun.
Yeah, nah,
Talk
it
about
was. I
everything.
enjoyed it, man. First time, it's great.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. It's
Hmm.
cool. Thank
Yeah.
you for having me, man. Thank you for
No,
reaching out. That's cool.
totally. Yeah, thanks for coming on. Like, I'm
Yeah, my
super glad we
pleasure.
did this. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think this is gonna be a banger episode for people to watch.
Yeah. Nah, no doubt. Yeah. Yeah, we're
Yep,
just trying to, just trying to get the brand out there, basically.
totally.
Just
Yeah.
trying to grow and
Mhm.
get
Mhm.
feedback. I try to get as much feedback as I can from everybody.
Of course, that's the way to
Whether
do it.
it's, yeah, positive or negative, I want to know about it. I'm always
Totally.
asking people, tell me, it helps us grow. It helps me dial it in,
Yep. Yep.
try to do it. But yeah,
Totally.
man, I enjoy the whole beer game. It's starting
Mhm.
from nothing, zero, to
Yep.
see where
Totally.
I'm at almost in a year.
Mhm.
It's humbling. It's
Facts.
nice. It's amazing. I love it. I'm so in deep to it. Like it's probably
Totally.
like an obsession now. But it's cool to watch something like that grow.
Yeah.
And
100%.
it's really cool. I
Yeah.
love chatting with everybody on the inbox. I tell everybody like, dude, anytime you just want to hit us up on the inbox or just even talk, you
Mhm.
know, the phone's always on me, we
Yeah.
chop it
Totally.
up, talk about anything.
Yep.
I don't mind, dude. It's cool,
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
whether it's
So
beard related or not.
yeah. Totally. So for everybody watching, I'll have Beard Brothers Instagram and their website linked down below. I'm gonna be doing an unboxing and review and all that kind of stuff soon.
Cool.
Because I've heard lots of good things, and like especially and like that's one thing that I'm trying to do. Like the owners that I like have on the podcast, like
Hmm.
because I have a list of all the companies that I want to check out. But like if you've been on
Nice.
the podcast, you're up higher on the list because I want to, especially because we've like kind of like
Nice, no doubt.
built up that like relationship a little bit and like
Of
talk and
course, yeah, that's what it's all about, man.
yeah, definitely want to
Networking and
show love.
relationships. Yeah, 100%, man. That's what it's all about. We're all one community,
Facts.
Just hey, it's like a brotherhood, so
Absolutely. Yeah, and you can't just in any industry, but especially in like an industry like the beard industry, and like you can't just be a lone island and like
nah,
just try to do it on your own and like never
nah,
take any feedback, like
yeah,
never have any like honest like discussion, like
exactly.
you got to have that like personal connection. Like I know like Joey mentioned like in his review, like the fact that you sent that like that handwritten note, like that's
Yeah,
that's a big thing. Like it
it's the little things that
yeah,
make a
totally.
big
It's like
difference, you know what I mean?
yeah, like
Mm,
in the grand scheme of things, like it's you're just writing a quick note, but like as like a customer, it's just like
yeah, you
makes you
feel
feel like you're like there's a face behind the company, like a person,
of course,
not
yeah,
just a
yeah.
bunch of machines like pumping
Mm-hmm.
out the product in a warehouse.
There's love behind it. There's passion,
Totally.
like, and even in every product, like I make every single bomb, I make every single oil. We get the stickers, we put them on the cans, the
Awesome.
whatever, the
Yeah.
whole 9 yards. We do it all, even
Yeah.
down to every picture you see. It's just me and my brother brainstorming ideas,
Yeah.
taking it, trying to take it to the next level and go on, and then treating people how I always want to be treated on
Of
the other
course.
side.
Yep.
When you buy something from a company and then they take the time to talk to you, and you took the time and your hard-earned money to buy a product from them. I just want to
Totally.
show love to everybody, saying, dude, from the bottom of my heart, like, this means a lot. You chose our company, you supported me, like, that's a huge thing. I don't ever want that to go overlooked.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
every one person. I mean, that's especially nowadays. Like every dollar somebody gets, it's important now. The price of everything is so expensive, and what's going on. You took the time to buy something from us. Like, I'm always gonna show love. I'll always be there in in the inbox, and
Yeah.
I think that's just as important as your product.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, always
Yeah.
just want to be reachable and likable, you know.
Yep, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Learning as I go. You know, this is
Totally.
all new to me. I just, like I said, I just started with a phone and an idea.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know, I didn't take no classes, no marketing, no this, no
Yeah.
that, no business. I just winged it and just learning as I go, man. You know.
Yeah, just
So,
doing it.
yeah, that's the hardest part. Is just doing it.
Yeah, and like that's like a quick way to learn. Like just getting in there and just like
Gotta dive in.
yeah.
Because you always think, what if, you know? And that, I was always like that. What, you know? I should have done this. I just sat there and literally I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. You know?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do it. I'm jumping in. Whatever happens, happens.
Totally.
You know?
And like that's one of the things that I've been also kind of trying to do with like my YouTube channel and like podcasting. Like recently,
Mhm.
like I've had guests on that have like I had one guest on that has like over 200,000 followers, and I was like,
Wow.
I'm just gonna reach out. If I get a response, cool. If not, no skin off my
That's
teeth.
it. That's it, man.
And I've gotten those guests on, but it's just a matter of
Yeah.
like, reaching out and like chatting and like introducing yourself.
Yeah, for sure, man. Squeaky
Yeah.
wheel always gets the oil, you know.
Mhm.
If you're you got to be seen, and you're a likable guy, you're polite, you know, you talk it, you chop it up, and that's what you just want to be relatable and just realize that it's a good person, and like, hey, why not, man, you know.
Yeah, totally.
Well, it's all it's about.
Yeah. Yep, 100%.
And
Yeah,
good luck
so-
to you, man.
Yeah, thanks. Same to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody for watching. Back for more soon. Check out Beard Brothers on Instagram and check out their website. Lots of cool things. Hit up Johnny if you have any questions. He's he runs this Instagram account, so
Yeah.
always gets back to you. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Cheers.
Sweet. Thank you. We'll get them on here together,
Yeah.
so you can interview both of us.
100%. Yeah, get you into the admin for sure.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, sweet.
Cool.
Shoutout.